Papino? What's Papino? Zeke Black is in the building. Zeke Black is in the building. Top of the morning. Good morning, party people. I'm here. I took a couple of days off. Spending time with wifey. We went to the baseball game yesterday. Went to go see the car. Her home. We went to go see the Cardinals playing. The Cardinals won. You gotta find time for family. And we definitely had a good time yesterday, man. It was definitely good for the people, good for us, good for love. I did a show a couple of days ago. Shout out to King Loke, as well as Skelly for calling in. And I'm gonna be honest with you, some people go, Zeke, you was bugging out in the back. Well, maybe I was. But the whole thing is your job is to listen to them. I can cue a name 1,000 times and ask them a bunch of things I don't know. It's about them telling their story, and that was the whole purpose of King Low calling in. You know what I'm saying? Was to explain what was going on in Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to King Low and Skelly in Jamaica. This show is dedicated to the first African American mayor in St. Louis, Tashia Jones. Plus wifey, Southern Belle. You know what I'm saying? Soon me and wifey, we are gonna do a cooking show because she's a chef. She's a certified chef. She went to cooking school. She has the certifications, and we're gonna start, showing y'all, the cuisine, as y'all say. You know what I'm saying? The cuisine way of eating food. You know what I'm saying? This show is it's a different show today. We're doing a show on black crime. And I know we hate having this conversation, but we have to have this conversation. I got coffee in my cup right now, so it's gonna be a clear conversation. I'm not gonna be doing the electric boogie. I'm not gonna be doing the worm. It's a clear conversation. Definitely shout out to Money D out there. He always support, always show love. Shout out to 8K. Get in tune with 8K. Mafia 8K. He's on IG. I posted this information up on the community board, so just check them out. And I'm gonna read something, because I don't know if y'all heard me clearly the other day, but I'm gonna read something so we can be clear about Shaquille and the situation that happened with Shaquille in the spot. You know what I'm saying? And it made me look at things a little more differently, because I really felt I played a part to black on black crime. And I used the excuse as being gangsters, being a real one, as in keeping it real, without even looking at look at the percentage in New York State. We're not talking about California. We're not talking about Chicago. We're not talking about where we from, our city. When you do the percentages of Latinos versus Latinos, Caucasians versus Caucasians, it's a higher percentage of African Americans going at African Americans in these facilities. So, with that being said, I'm gonna read something, man, because true OGs is supposed to denounce black on black crime. That's what a true OG does. He denounces it. He understands it. He goes, yo, I played a part to it and I denounce it. And the more that the OGs denounce it, the more people will start subconsciously denouncing that. Does it mean it's gonna stop black on black crime? No, but it may give somebody something to think about. Now let me read what OG Shaquille said clearly, for those that may not understand, right? OG Rock, I respect your insight in the comments, but there's a couple of things missing in your time frame of events. Yeah, I know an attempt was made on site when he first got there in B Block. I was still in Wendy Box at that time. However, they packed Site Bite up in B Block and moved him to C Block. Jay Diamond spoke up on behalf of Site, and Site was living in C Block for a minute. Salute to C Diamonds. He wasn't with the black on black crime. He knew him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I had to think about when I was locked up. I remember being in the yard, and it was two guys from Poughkeepsie. There was down some crew called the Purple Crew, or PC Crew, or PK Crew. It was a crew, and some of them was Crips. And I guess the guy that was with us in the block, in our cell block, was Crip. But there's some Poughkeepsie, something purple, something PC or something crazy. And I remember the homies was pressing them, and it was weird. I had to think about, like, I seen how the Spanish guys was looking in the corner, and everybody else, every other situation was looking in the corner. Muslims looking in the corner. Look at this, and they was pressing them, not because they did something wrong, but because you Crip. You know what I'm saying? And the person who said that they was Crip happened to be a Spanish guy that was locked up in, I guess, what's that jail in Poughkeepsie, whatever county jail they in. I guess he pulled up. He was a Latin king, and he said, "Yo, Five, those dudes right there, that guy right there, he Crip. I was locked up with him." And that's what I mean. That was sort of crazy, because a lot of times our black on black violence is always somebody who's not involved with the gang that's always coming to us telling us about somebody else's defaults. But let me get back to the story. The homies was letting him breathe for a while. Then a couple of other locs pulled up in the block with him. One in particular named Rocky G. There was no problems for months. Then Lavio pulled up in the building and La Brim right after. Syke was still living in C Block for a few months after Larry and La Brim was there. I came out of Windy Box in April of '06 and landed on 17 Gallery where Syke and two other Crips was living, trapped in pressure. I was the only Damu on that company except for a little homie who was Key Block in the back. Unbeknownst to me, Larry was plotting on how to get rid of me from day one, because him and La was trying to turn the whole hood hat. Larry felt that my presence in the population would hinder his agenda due to my past influence over the masses. He looked at me as a threat. A week later, he came up with bullshit 48 laws of power tactics. He realized Syke was on the company with me along with two other locs. Larry was in B Block at the time and La Brim was in C Block with me. Larry was in the mess hall one day and spoke out loud from two tables and told La Brim, "Them hardbacks gotta go. I experienced seeing that before. They been here long enough. We got real OGs on deck now. It's been an executive order. Who say something like that out loud in the mess hall full of people?" Larry did because he had a plan. He wanted someone to shot range to hear that and secretly run back on, put the bug in Syke ears. That's exactly what happened. The desired effect Larry wanted from that was for Syke to get wind of what was assumed that since I just got out the box and I was the big homie. Syke would think I was the one who was promoting their removal. Knowing Syke history, Larry was counting on Syke to react to the words in the air and conveniently move on me with the other two locs on my company. Everyone knows that if Syke hear his name in the air about getting at him or anything in that fashion, he would move accordingly, which is smart. That just makes sense. If you hear, they sit in the mess hall that you gotta go, of course he's gonna move. However, he didn't move on me because it didn't ring true to him. He have heard throughout years via some of his locs that I was not in support of the Bloods on Crip War, etc. So Syke didn't entertain a move against me on the company. Syke played it by ear. Once Larry seen that Syke didn't take the bait, he came up with a new plan and ended up sending something at me in the yard, which misfired, and I ended up in a fight. I got key blocked, and the next day, the situation blew up in other parts of the building. For the next couple of days, it was tit for tat going on with Larry Peoples and a few other people. In a nutshell, Syke felt that if they got at me, they would eventually try to get rid of him and his people, since Larry had his name in his mouth in the mess hall. Basically, Syke and Trap went to the mess hall that Friday. Syke and Trap was still in C Block, and Larry was in B Block. When they CO yelled B Block on the go back, Syke and Trap got up and left with B Block. while in the corridor, Syke made his move and clapped Labby. End of the story. Up to this day, Syke emailed me via JPay and called me on the phone. Also, P. Gutter calls me from the alley. And I believe that was well explained by Shaquille. You know, people got to be mindful, man, that one thing that I took out of that was he was not with the black on black crime. He wasn't with the Bloods and Crips war. He wasn't with that. And that says a lot. But then when you're pushing another agenda of the Blood and Crip war, then people like Shaquille didn't fit in the equation. Because that's the and if a person can't sit back and see that and go, well, I'm a gangster, but 70% of the agenda I pushed was for other African Americans to pop up other African Americans. Is that real? Do you really want to take pride in that? Is there a point where you have to sit back and go, damn, I pushed an agenda that I didn't even realize. Even if your situations even if you get moved out of a situation or situations happen, these same people that's under you drops, they move around, they join other hoods and keep and maintain that agenda, man. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime is dangerous. I believe that if you know African history, a lot of coaches descend from Africa. Do you know in Eastern Bloc Europe, there's a large population of Muslims? You know what I'm saying? Do you know in Spain got some of the oldest masjids in Spain, and that's in Europe? So there's a lot of people, just because they're not dark like us, they have African tribe blood in them, man. I'm not a historian, man. I just grew up I grew up in the ghetto. Where I lived down in East Harlem, right? There's a masjid on 96th Street that was actually built by some smart Muslims that bought the land, built the masjid, then they bought the rest of the land and built co-op buildings on that block. The cab people, everybody used to laugh at the cabs, the yellow cab dudes, they stepped their game up, those Muslims, and I remember because it took them like 20 years to build the dome, because the dome actually came from, I think, Saudi Arabia. They bought the land, 96th Street and 3rd Avenue, that masjid. There was a lot of Muslims that was going there. That's what I always say them, that was from Spain. I used to kick it with them. This is history, man. You got Muslims in the Philippines. You got that Islam descends from Africa, as y'all say, right? Though Africa, everything descends from Africa. A lot of religions descend from Africa. So when do we finally realize? When do we stop the black on black crime? When do we seriously denounce that? You can't call somebody out to fight if you're denouncing black on black crime. Denouncing violence has to be at 100%. If we don't get along, we don't got to talk to each other. This is some good coffee right here. Shout out to the Mets, though. This is becoming a crazy agenda, man. And that's the t-shirts dudes need to have. OGs denouncing black on black crime. They just locked up a man yesterday, was 25 years old. He got locked up for killing a father and his daughter in the car yesterday. Not yesterday, months ago, a couple of months ago. This is crazy, right? This is insane. But you probably had 20 people that called it gangster. Like, yo, that was gangster. You called him slipping or that's real. That's not real, man. Yo, do you understand what violence is, shocking violence is, man? I know somebody, right, whose son, I'm not going to say the person, but whose son, he got robbed at gunpoint for a pair of sneakers, Jordans. Now, let's just say that he was defiant in the robbery. He might have got shot for a pair of sneakers. Might have died, might have been handicapped. It was a shock to the kid, and it was a shock to the parent, who's like, yo, that's crazy. My son almost died over a pair of sneakers. So what am I supposed to do as a parent? Am I supposed to ride and shoot something, look for somebody, and take a life? You gotta be mindful of this cool black on black agenda, man. This black on black crime agenda, this black on black, yo, you a clown, you corny. We get it. You just see what that corny coach of North Carolina said. He's basically saying, I'm black, but I'm not like them. That's how I took that comment. Yeah, I have a white kids. Okay, mixed kids. So what? Just be a coach, bro. Be a coach that mentor people of color to be the best that they can be, man. Or just everybody. I say everybody, but definitely the people of color. That's what every other society out there makes sure that their situations is clear. We got to start doing that for ourselves, man. When do we actually denounce violence? When do we finally go, yo, you know what, man? Killing my people ain't cool unless I have to. When do we stop taking props and creating violence in our neighborhoods, man? You know what I'm saying? When? Shaquille denounced it, and look what he went through because he was with the black on black crime. Y'all want to keep creating gangs to go at each other. So what happens is, y'all go to war with one group. Then you'll make peace with one group, right? Then in certain individuals that was part of that one group, that was going through it with that one group, they got positions in this new group. And now you look and go, now I see why the first group removed them. Nobody's perfect, but we have to see it for what it is. If y'all are part of, some of y'all was part of the first group, and then y'all got part of this group, and then y'all got position in this group, and look where it's at. You're reading crazy indictments and federal indictments and hearing these cases. This is crazy. Like, whoa. And when was the last big Latin king things you heard? You don't even hear about the Nietas no more. They still around, but they just, they not doing what they was doing before in the yard. They just being Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? They just being Latinos. We have to seriously do a personal inventory of who we are, man. Let's stop having people represent for us, represent ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Black on black crime is a $1 trillion industry. Just to let you know that. Just to let you know that, man. Violence. You know what I'm saying? Debbie's on 116, bro. And if anybody talk crazy, blast them. You know what I'm saying? King Lopes in the building, man. King Lopes in the building, man. Salute, man. I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm close to Chi-Town. Right? So I spoke to an OG, triple OG. I call him triple OG. OG, he been in jail a couple of times and everything. He got his life together. He got 2 good jobs with propaganda in the company I work for. He's doing great for himself. I call him Car Triple OG, so I laugh. Yo, New York, yo, you know. So I want to ask you a question, man. What's this song I keep hearing about? I'm not from 63rd. He put me to the side and said, yo, you can't be saying that, man. I've been in Chicago, bro. You can't be saying that. That's not, it's serious. I'm a Moor. I'm not part of the 5 and all that, but I'm a Moor. But that 60, them blocks is serious. Them Israelites is serious. Not realizing, even at work, there's mad Israelites in the Midwest. There's mad I don't know if you've been here, but there's mad Israelites in the Midwest. So I'm kicking like, nah, it's serious out there, you know what I mean? Yo, 63rd should really go down. Like that's some areas, like you know what I mean? You don't listen to these young rap cats, you know what I'm saying? They'll get you, because you don't know what you're talking about. You start talking about, yo, I'm not on 63rd reciting these lyrics. You can't be in certain parts of Illinois with that. So I'm like, wow, that's deep. Oh, geez, and now I'm just here to enlighten you, man. I'm a Moor, you know what I'm saying? But I don't ride the 5, but I'm a Moor. I know about the Black Peace Stone Rangers and all that stuff, but I'm just a Moor. So I'm sitting there going, so I asked, oh, geez, so what you saying? A lot of people in the 5 follow the Moors? He goes black and up. Don't say he mentioned a situation, something they're going, this is crazy, because they say a lot of them, The six, they follow the Israelites, right? The 6 point star, the Star of David, whatever how they break it down. So I'm going, whoa, okay, this is a lot of religion right here, right? The conservative vice lord. So I'm trying to pick his brain. He's only giving me limited information because this is what real OGs do. They're not gonna give it all to you. Nah, you're not from here. You know what I'm saying? You'll get killed talking this talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chicago. You already know. You get took, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? He just educating me on what to say, what not to say. Yo, don't go there with the hat looking all crazy. Them dudes is on a different type of time out there. You know what I'm saying? Chicago's not like, and I'm like, damn, OG. So I had to sit back and go, now you think about it, right? In the Middle East, we have Muslims versus the Jewish, the Hebrews, right? How in the United States of America we have these associations as, okay, we ride the five, but we follow Islam, but we follow the six, we follow the Hebrew, and we're going at each other. It's a mental, it's crazy. And even though they're not fighting over religion, but you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of religion. There's more religion they doing, and they going at it with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that until we personally start denouncing black on black crime, it's not gonna stop. Somebody said the other day, yo, how come none, like, when the Spanish guys, when they interview them, they speak differently and they don't really take pride in the violence and this, that, and the third. I said because they have a lot of culture with them. So you're not gonna see another Spanish person really say F another Spanish person that knows a little about the culture, about their culture. They may do it behind closed doors, but they're not gonna do it in front of us. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have this conversation, man, because I think it's to the point where we can't get no point across a conversation without us trying to kill each other, man. There's no reason why I could sit in a room full of white people and not feel no type of way. You put me in a room with 6 blacks and my mind's on go. I gotta watch him. Yo, what's up with this dude? He keep walking back and forth. That's a mental, black on black crime turns into mental health, which creates a weird paranoia. You may not even realize it creates a paranoia. It creates, and then I know this may be tough language I'm using today, but I have to use it today, man, because I just told you. Then another situation, young boy in school, he wants to try a brand new sport. Now, we get a lot of these coaches, like I said, we get a lot of these coaches that see something different in your kid other than the parent. So what happens is the kid knows that, thank you for the $10 donation. Shout out to the $10 donation. The young boy knows that he's not going to go to Arkansas University. He already put that in his head. So he goes, I got hand skills. Maybe I'm gonna use my skills doing this. I don't feel like doing this type of sport no more. I wanna my last couple of months I wanna run some track. The coach get mad because I guess he said the way he went about doing it. So he approached the kid and he expected. You know what happens with these guys, man? And I met the coach and I got the chance to meet the coach, man. Shout out to Wifey Southern Bell. Shout out to Wifey Southern Bell, man. We had a chance to meet the coach. Because Wifey's on, Wifey's a professional, man, but Wifey started getting on that professional, hold on, time out. So the coach keeps saying that his issue was that instead of him going to practice, he went someplace else. So she's like, and more of the story is, sometimes these coaches only see the athletics in you and not the brains in you. And one thing that Wifey has, I'm giving you all this can't get no more realer than this. You rather have a strong mind in a weak body than a weak body. No, a strong mind in a weak body than a strong body in a weak mind. That's real, bro. And I think we all don't look at it like that. Like, you're right. And instead of him flipping on the coach, like maybe the coach wanted to, we could go back and forth, the young boy did the right thing. Boom, called the parent. Because he wants to finish school. He wants to do something mechanical. He already got the plan together. Most of these young boys have been playing together. You put them in the right direction. And this is where the parent comes in. You go to the school, you find, listen, but there is a problem here because if he doesn't want to do this, more of the story is the coach only see the sports in him. He don't really see the nothing else. Well, if we go to junior college, he can do this and do that. And I'm sitting there going, this is crazy. This is the coach. He ain't saying, no, you right, he want to do this. Nah, I'm telling you, after the football year, I can push him to junior college and he can keep doing football. You can't let people dictate your children's future. Then I had to tell him a story. You know, I talk mad fast. I don't think he got it, but he did get it because I see that he was an Omega. He was a Q dog. I seen this little thing on his neck, Q dog. So I'm looking because my family's Kappa, so I know the symbols and the chains. So I'm looking and I go, I got a story for you. He look at me, you a wife. The wife was like, oh God, here goes Zeke with this one. They also talking about the block and taking 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. I'm like, yo, I had a friend who went D1. I ain't gotta mention. You know what I'm saying? Dudes from shout out to Lexap, Hilltop. You know where I'm from, man. East Harlem, man. But two of my friends went to D1, but one he went to Georgia Tech, and then one went to North. You know what I'm saying? He went and he wound up going to North Carolina trying. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of years he kept trying to go pro. And I was like, damn, son. And after a while, when he caught on, he started doing things for the kids. Boom, 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 with the basketball thing. But a lot of these coaches, they be like, man, you can still do it. You may not make the NBA now, but go to Europe. They don't tell you how to become executives and scouts. There's other jobs in the NBA that you can take on. So then when we sit here and go, there's not enough African Americans in key positions in the NBA. Why? We have enough of them getting free 4-year scholarships. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's telling them, okay, if you don't make pros, why don't you ask them, can you? That's why you take things that can work for you, like sports science and all that stuff, that medicine stuff. Let me become an executive. Let me take administrative this. These guys are getting good 4-year. And then they coming back to the hood because nobody ever told them to go, yo, son, stop playing basketball and apply to work for the basketball team. Become a scout. So this is why we don't have nobody in key positions, because they have to, come here, do you want a job? Apply. Let me get a 4-year scholarship going to Georgia Tech or UNLV. I don't go pro. I'm trying to become a coach there. Let me become a high school coach. Let me become a high school administrator. Let me join the athletic department. There's positions that's open for you guys. Yo, and sometimes you just gotta volunteer the first 6 months. Yo, this year I'm gonna volunteer to be an assistant coach, and then I'm gonna put some applications in for other schools. I'm just trying to, you know, we gotta have this conversation. Some people might go, see, this sounds racy. It sounds racy. It may sound racy, but I'm just being honest with you, man. That's because some people may just look at us for what they think. I don't care how smart you think you are, just throw a basketball or throw a football. The coach is actually an African American at that. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, that's crazy. Out of all, we done wasted out. We done not waste because mama loves us. You know, she laying her, shout out to the West Side St. Louis. She started getting her West Side St. Louis on in a professional way. I was like, oh God, it's about to get crazy. We had all that red on the St. Louis Cardinals. It was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? And this is a live experience, man. And we're sitting here listening to a guy go, I want your son to just play football. But my son don't, and she's arguing with that, oh, but like, my son don't want to play football. He wants to do this plan. He signed up for it. So I sit here and go, what, other than you being a coach, what else do you do? I do security, I got, so why don't you help him out with that? With ranking. Or whatever the school he want to go to. Help him with that. So you rather push him to keep playing football if it win or lose. But he's telling you now, something that has a hand skill with it that'll work out for him. You're not listening to that. No. So we have to understand, man, you have to really be in your kid's life. You have to pull up to these schools. You gotta don't think because your son played football every day that his coach is in his best interest. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, yeah, definitely salute the GTO music. Shout out to Z Black, he in his hospital bed, man. Definitely prayers up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Real recognize facts. I never went outside, I was scared of, you know what I'm saying? Facts, man. Mental health is an issue that's never been addressed. Peace, pop at the top, Mark Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Shop at the shop, you know what I'm saying? Big up the Shaquille, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You heard it first. Bro, some of these dudes don't learn till they sit in the cell till the sun burn out. They didn't realize the decisions that they made, man. Because anything coming here, yo, definitely looking for the true salute. Know what I'm saying? Exactly. Harlem Double. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Seeds is in the building, man. Yo, subscribe to Seeds. Definitely salute the King Look, man. Dad Williams, what's Papino? You know what I'm saying? I do this for the people. What's Pop? Definitely salute the Big Dice checking in on the checking, man. And you know, a lot of people may not know that Shaquille had a major operation months ago, man. And you know, just you know, I never had a chance to connect with him, man. That guy, since he came home from jail, man, this guy has done a lot. You know, he's part of the GMAC. You know, he was a part of stopping the violence. You, you know, just knowing that he went through that in his lifetime, that you know, and this man didn't have to talk to me, bro. But he spoke to me. Now, me and Shaquille talked on the phone for 2-3 hours. You would think that me and Shaquille grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude, man. You would think that we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Good guy, man. And him taking the time out of his life to go, you know what, Zeke, boom, I'm gonna speak this, and it just made me look at myself and go, yo, bro, we have to tackle the issues. I'm gonna have an interview with Mikey Blow Dollars. We have to start tackling the germs within our culture that got us, for some reason, killing each other, man. We all gonna get along, man. But let's change let's look at the numbers. The numbers is looking crazy, man. Yo, St. Louis, right? They just voted in the African American mayor. They already had an African American police chief, and they had an African American district attorney, but the mayor was really against them, the last mayor. The last mayor wasn't really working with them. So now we got somebody who's willing to work with you. Who's already trying to put $30 million someplace. Boom. This is for the people that's disenfranchised. So boom. Right now they're having a vaccine thing by the doing free vaccine shots at the arena, the dome where the LA Rams played at downtown. It's a lot going on, man. She's already started her job. Like, she's already in the street, man. And this is what we need. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, right? In my neighborhood, I ain't gonna front, the self-esteem levels was a little low because where I lived at, there wasn't too many African American hardware stores. There wasn't too many African American owned sneaker stores. You went to a sneaker store, it was owned by either some Asians or some Spanish cats ran it. So it sort of touches you because you feel powerless. The powers. You feel like you're going to the corner store and it's like to see that, I gotta go down south. You know what I'm saying? You know, Albany, New York, man, people say what they want to say about Albany, man. But I seen more stores owned by African Americans in Albany that I seen in the in my lifetime, man. Yeah, I know there was some, but so we have to change the picture. So we realized the streets was going to change the picture, even on the smallest levels, because I don't know why we don't have 30 stores in the community. So what happens now is we have to get into the politics and show people that, okay, let's be the ones to change the laws around. Let's put our people in position. Now, for you guys that own companies that's in St. Louis, if y'all got the right paperwork, you know, because the United States, in this great country of ours, you need paperwork. Now you have a mayor that's going to be a little more liberal to how the contracts go out. They're going to be fair, but how the contracts go out. Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. Again, Last night, me and wifey, I had her walking around because we left the baseball game. We was on the train. Because she didn't want to drive downtown. Because downtown St. Louis, around baseball time, there's a large crime of people busting in people's windows, snatching and grabbing. This is just, I'm pretty sure it happens everywhere, but St. Louis, it happens a lot sometimes. So wifey was like, we're going to catch a train there. So we catching the, the Metro Link, catch the Metro Link back. So she said, I want to get something to drink. So we went to one spot. We had to wait 10 minutes. I had wifey walking like 4 blocks. Let's go. All in the hood. Wifey got tired. She was walking like the people's champ yesterday. Yo, I'm not walking no more. Let's just go home. I'm like, then they call. Boom. You get the blessing of God. So when wifey walks in Applebee's, I go to the bathroom. I'm looking around like a Brooklyn nigga. On my Brooklyn shit, I'm looking around, yo, where the bathroom at? She's like, yo, the bathroom over here. So I went to the bathroom, and in the mix of me going to the bathroom, wifey meets a couple. They see with the baseball uniform on. True story. Hold on. Now, this is a true story. So wifey sits by a couple. So the couple see with the cartons. Oh, you must went to the baseball game. So they having a conversation. I come out the bathroom, look like a Brooklyn nigga, looking around. I sit by. So the guy, the OG, the older gentleman goes, "Hey, you like the Mets?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a Mets fan." He goes, him and his wife. So they go, "I like the Red Sox." I remember when I was going to baseball games, Ted Williams was playing. Ted Williams. So I know a little bit about the old school baseball, Ted Williams, Yaz, Dennis, all you can boy, but that's 2 different generations. You start talking about Red Sox players. He said, oh, you know a little bit about baseball. I said, yeah, I used to follow it when I was younger. When the Mets played the Cardinals, David LaPointe, Angela, whatever the names, they started with an A, Whitey Herzog, that squad, you know what I'm saying? Willie McGee. Willie McGee is the coach on that bench with the St. Louis Cardinals. He pulled up yesterday. He was in the game. Ozzie Smith. They had a squad. Don't get it twisted. They had a squad. You know what I'm saying? And so now we talking about baseball. He goes, yo, I'm from Boston. So, but this guy's like 70, like 80 years old. So now we talking about Boston. I'm like, now I remember back in the days, right? There was a thing where if you broke the law, you just looked illegal. You had 2 options, right? Of joining the army or joining the church, the seminary, whatever they call it. He joined the church. So as we have the conversation, he never finished it. He went to seminary school. That's what he said, seminary school, but he never completed it. But he was in it for a while, and he learned a lot. And when he learned a lot, he knew that when he didn't complete it, the resources that he was able to put together, you know what I'm saying? And it worked for him. Guy from Boston. So I'm like, yo, when you was in Boston, Dorchester, Roxbury, boom, boom. He said, yeah, those were like in my areas where I lived at. It was Irish here and Italians was over there. So I said, oh, so the Whitey, he said, yeah, I grew up with Whitey. That's my generation. I'm like, oh, whoa. He said, yeah, my father had the trucks. He had the trucking. He had all the trucks that was going to the docks. That's how we did business. I used to go with my father. Used to hold my hands. We go to the unions, those trucking unions. So I'm like, wow. So now I'm listening because think about it. We're talking about the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. Whoa. We went from there to talking about. So now I got to learn something a bit more. The Irish was strong in Boston. You know what I'm saying? They were strong. They were doing everything that the mafia was doing in New York City. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? It was Papino, yo, Nate Jones was good. Hell yeah, definitely can't change it. You know what I'm saying? Good guy, man. Definitely. And I appreciate King Lo coming on the channel that day, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciated him. You know what I'm saying? And then we went to talking about real estate. I don't know all about real estate, but I started talking about real estate a little bit that I do know. He was able to educate me more. I never knew if somebody owed back taxes and their house is about to go into foreclosure, and if you paid it, they back taxes like 2 or 3 times, you can assume that property. Because a lot of times, when you buy a house for $2, a lot of times you're paying back the back taxes that's owed. So say they owe $50,000 on back taxes, you pay it, boom, you gotta win. Now, but you do need like collateral, because then you need to fix the house. It might need some help. It might need to get some lead out and roofing, the external, internal. But you figure that out when you look at this house. Those are pure gems. You might physically put $80,000 into a house, and at the right time might be able to sell it for $100,000, $200,000, $150,000, $250 on the flip. This is a conversation that he's having with me and my wife. He's telling us how to do it. He said, "This is how I did it. I came up here, so I getting property." Now this guy didn't come with the Gucci glasses and the suede shoes. You know what I'm saying? He just knew how to play the game. He said, "Yo, you go to City Hall, you can find the listings, boom, and then you find neighbors." He said he slipped up in an area called Soulard because they was giving houses away for nothing. And he knew, he said, "Yo, I slipped up on that, but my money wasn't right." Those houses now that people was buying for like $5,000 are worth like $1.5 million. This is a guy that's in real estate. And he also does like nonprofit work and explaining how he has programs that's for ex-cons. This is a guy that was talking to me like I'm from the city of Boston. And that's how he sound, the city of Boston. I'm like, yo. I said, yo, he talk fast just like me. Yo, that. But you hear it in his voice. You hear it, and I said, yo, it come out of you. Like, yeah, boom. Yo, but one thing about all of them was at the end of the day, it was about money. Our whole conversation was about money. So we had a conversation for 2-3 hours about money. Do you know how dope that feel? Oh, and he putting us on a game, crazy game. Crazy like that, do like this, do like that, now boom, but make sure your credit, make sure boom, yeah, you go boom, boom. He goes, that's how Harlem got gentrified. He breaking it down to me. He said, listen, that's another one. Because a lot of people didn't know that they hear buildings cost $1, but you got to pay the back taxes, and you had to have some type of bank behind you, collateral. That's the whole hustle, because a lot of those buildings you had to fix up, because a lot of those old buildings in Harlem had lead and asbestos. You wasn't buying a building that you didn't have to put. Remember, it costs money to dump asbestos. It really costs you money. You just can't dump asbestos anywhere. You can't dump lead somewhere. So the people that actually you dump that off to, they're gonna charge you. They're gonna charge you for that to get rid of asbestos and lead. So that was the thing with the Harlem thing. Okay, you have to buy the building, but you got all type of lead poison in the building. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yep, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You pay the back. And he's telling, I never knew that. That if you pay the back taxes, I'm like, yo, what? You go, yeah, if it's about to go into foreclosure, that's why you gotta pay attention to what's going on. You go, that's how these guys is winning. That's how these guys is buying blocks. They paying attention to what's going on. You go to the bank and get $1 million loan out. You buy a whole block. He goes, some people, what they do, which is smart, they'll buy a parcel. But a lot of times, the people, I didn't know this. You got property that's what do you call it, man? When you can live in it, and then you have property that's like for businesses. It depends on how they zone it. You know what I'm saying? They call it another word where when the property you live in is like you can only build houses on blocks that you can, like you could build houses on? Do you have businesses that could be on certain blocks that's zoned for that? I forgot the word that they say. But one thing I learned, he said, yo, you buy a house and then you buy all the property around it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you lock up and buy some property that's around that house that's not residential, but it's commercial. Commercial residential. He said, if you're buying this commercial, you'd be surprised. Somebody might want to build a little strip mall. Somebody might want to build a gas station on your property. These are the wins. He goes, look at Harlem. Bill Clinton came to Harlem, and look how they brought them blocks up. The rent went all the way up. People couldn't afford the rent. Once the money came, get out of here. Then they created their own, people there. They own restaurants. They start bringing Whole Foods. They own supermarkets. And this is what working class neighborhoods do. They own sound. Don't say salute to the chat, man. Everybody that's here this morning, man. You know what I mean? It's so deep, man. You know what I mean? Because when you hear these conversations, residential and commercial, that's a fact. And if I met this guy. This is before I caught my case in 07. My little guy, this is my good people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, how we dealt with each other, he was still good people. And I would always pick his brain. Because he was different than a couple of other people. No white kid. He just had a opiate problem, allegedly. So, but he would always kick it with me. Yo, my friends want me to go to New York, but when he would say he'd go to New York, he's hanging by like Henry Street. So I'm like, who you know on Henry Street? Oh, a guy that lived up here, he managed some money, and he moved out to New York City. I'm going down to party with him. You know Henry Street and all that, I'm talking about Henry Street, going to Court Street and all them new side blocks. Those brownstones that y'all ride past in Brooklyn Heights, as y'all call it, those are like multi-million-dollar brownstones. Y'all think it's a game. They be shutting them blocks down during Halloween. When you ride right down Henry Street, dude, they got their own stores and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You've been downtown Brooklyn. So, Brooklyn Heights side. So, we're having this deep conversation. And he goes, yo, now I'm set for life, Zeke. I'm good. I said, all I gotta do is kick this. So I'm like, what happened? How you did it? He says, no, Latham Farms. I said, yeah, that Latham Farms used to be a pig farm. I used to work at Latham Farms. So I'm like, yeah, I know. They said that before they made it a mall. It used to be a pig farm. So he said, my grandfather owned the pig farm. What? She said, what happened is they zoned that area to be commercial because remember, a pig farm is a business. So it was commercial. It wasn't residential. So what they did was some developer came to Pop Duke, Grandpa Duke, and said, listen, I want to buy this land. That's when Latham started really getting real upper class on them. They started building a lot in Latham. Latham is like a high-end area. It is a high-end area in Albany. Latham, right by Siena, when you ride Loudonville and all that, that's high-end. When you hear Loudonville and Latham, those are high-end areas. The only part of Cohoes that's high-end, when you get close to Latham, when you ride into Latham, that's when them houses change. When you get into the border of Latham, when you're in the 518. So check it. He goes, so my grandfather sold the property for like $10 million, but how he sold it to them was they had to give him residuals for the next 40 years. What? So no matter what they got on that property, Grandpa Duke family, they get money for, because the company wanted, the people that built that strip mall wanted that bad, they gave him that deal. He said like 40, 50 years, he said my family get big checks just from the strip of the property. I'm like, what? From a pig farm? He said, yeah, it was a pig farm. This is so now this is the guy who's I'm like, son, you beat this. That's why I always used to feel like I'm not really getting money, because these young boys that's coming to me, these white boys, this rich kid. There's one guy, you called him Crow. I hope he ain't died, but somebody said he be taking on me. Crow was official, right? Crow grandfather, he's German, but he was like, his family was like Nazi German. He told me, my grandpa, pops, bro. His grandfather saved a family, he saved a couple of Jewish families at the Holocaust, at one of those concentration camps. He was saving some Jewish families. Those families got away, and he did not forget him. He came to America, created the family. They put him and his kids on all type of wheels. Every time certain people pass away, I remember he showed me, yo, look, I'm getting another check for 50,000. I don't even know these people, Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Yeah, because my grandfather fought in the, he was a German officer. He saved he was saving them in the concentration camps. You know what I'm saying? Those families, you save a family, man. They take care of you. So needless, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, we have to see, these are conversations that we're able to, because we can talk about jail, right? We can talk about he got hit, why he got shot, why we think he got dubbed. But at the end of the day, man, doesn't matter what you claim. It's at some point, when does the revolution begins? When does that part come? You ain't gotta wake up in the morning and go, yo, I love 1,000 Bloods or I love 1,000 Crips. But the whole thing is, you know what, man? I'm gonna denounce this type of crime unless it affects me personally or my family personally. You know what I'm saying? Because me per se, I'm just getting tired of it, bro. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of hearing young black men gunned down. You're not getting tired of that? Young men get for stupid reasons, like taking sneakers. You might rob somebody, and then 4 months later, they catch you slipping at the gas station, and then now, what's up now? We have to at some point find out a way to denounce this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We look at, it was popping, Nathan Jones was popping, top of the morning. Deputy Gina was popping. You know what I'm saying? We have to have these conversations, man. What I enjoyed the most was somebody said in the comments, yo, it's funny that you have Crip and Bloods having conversations. That's what we're supposed to do. Hear each other out. It's not about who's real and who's fake. It's not about that. I realize I'm living a fantasy where I believe by me telling the toughest war stories is what works. But what's my war stories? How I oppress my own people. I'm taking pride in oppressing my own people, teaching that on to you so that they can impress their own people. We're not those wild African tribes that go against each other in the jungle. We're not, and I'm being honest with you. Somebody might get mad at what I just said. This is true, bro. They start telling dudes like, yo, you sound crazy, man. You sound crazy. I just told you Chicago, man, right? Chi-Town, right? That song now, that knocked me 60. I bet you if I went to Chicago right now and went on 63rd Street and said, yo, I'm not from 63rd, I bet you they'll shoot at my car. Because how many people died over the years? Forget this new rap thing. Over the years? On that block? For that block? The first time I seen Chicago was on Good Times when they showed it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And back then the conversation was just crazy. Completely green, boom, boom, boom. And they said that era was crazy. And I think that's around where 63rd Street is at, in those little areas, those number blocks. I learned a lot from conversating with people, man. And as I learned a lot conversating with people, man, things are a little more different, man. There's a strong community of Israelites in the Midwest. I don't know if they've been here, but it's strong of them. It's a lot of them. There's a lot of Israelites out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we not, man. Yo, we are not enemies. You're not my enemy, man. We've created a culture where black on black crime is stylish. I called them out for a call out. All call outs is mandatory. When you sit back and think about it, analyze when y'all was in these jails and going, yo, remember the day I shot the homie? I noticed that the Spanish guys and everybody else was looking at it like it was crazy. They only pop on each other over the bag or miscommunication, or they don't really put as much as we do. Young boy in the spot, right? He about to go home. He get into a fight with a kid over the TV. They in ASAP. Son got a date. They both got dates. These two brothers decide they want to fight in the bathroom. Dude slipped, bumped his head. Boom, he died. Over a TV, bro. Over the TV. Another kid. This is all happening in Cape Vincent. Other fool. I remember the white blood. The Stony. Her mother was like, a wife was like, take it ass. I told wifey be on me. She gonna co-host the show with me. She be hitting me with the tech support. Like, we gotta censor you real fast. Boom. But I'm not gonna do all that with my hands. Shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. We at the Stony. Now in my dorm, he was trying to run around and be a little, he wanted to be the Stony. But nah, man, we're not here for all that, bro. Like, relax. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for all the sneak thieving and the fake bullying for a can of Jack Mac and boom, boom, boom. You should have did better on the streets. So I remember he always get mad at me like, come on, Zeke, but nah, son, you should have did better on the streets, bro. I'm not with that, right? Because why am I gonna put my CR on the line because you want to argue with somebody over a can of Jack Mac, and you feel because we homies, we all need to pop, or we need to do this and that and that. Don't put my comfortability in the way for you don't care about life. So after a while, he had a little attitude, but he began to see things. I walk around the dorm, the way I walk around the dorm. A couple of homies didn't like me. Like, yo, Zeke act like he ain't with us. It's not that. I caught a lot of B and C felonies for the money I was getting. So my commissary really came from me risking my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not better than you guys, but at the end of the day, this is a business, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I tried doing it before and I had a headache, and that's why that's the next spot. I said, I'm not doing that again. I'm not looking out. I got an idea. Let's have a kitty. I'm not doing none of that because you can't do nothing for people that's not used to nothing. And that's just how that go, man. You can't do nothing for nobody that's not used to nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from that. Now, I'm not opening that door. You know what I'm saying? And that worked for me. I had no headaches, no nothing. And I have dudes sitting in my cube on commissary day, and I have all that. They just be roll their eyes at me. Yo, write some people, man. It is tax time. I ain't gonna find out. They used to hate my little slang sometimes. Yo, the only like my all the homies like when I went Clutch, good money. He was good people. He was good money. Yo, my niggas, Belly was good money. There's a lot of homies that was already on the independence. Shout out to my man Mammy Moon. He ain't homie, but he ate with the people. But a lot of dudes that come through with that dry mouth, y'all did that. You can't be in life of crime and burn all your bridges, bro. That's just how life goes. So back to the lab. So this fool couldn't be foolish in our dorm. They move him to ASAP. So he goes to ASAP. And it's third day there. I remember this little homie from Syracuse pull up from 5th Street. He came, I think 5th Street, the shit that Shots was claiming. Or Fifth Avenue, whatever the fuck they called themselves. He pull up on the joint, right? So it's me, Swag, and a couple of homies. If y'all know who Swag is, that's Velly MMB. Get in tune with him, follow him on IG. That's my guy. So he the Hurt, he the Shine. So he pull up on a homie. This is crazy. Yo, I'm in the building. I got the jail. Somebody said, yo, I got the jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hold the jail down. So it was me, him, Treble Shine, a couple of other good shines. The little homie from 170. I forgot the homie name, but you know what I'm saying? But I remember his name and shout him out. That's my guys. We all laughed. What? But he came from a spot and he sent his ass straight to ASAP. But you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got the spot. I'm holding it down. I just pulled up. I'm here. Who got the spot? You know what I'm saying? If nobody got the spot, basically he ain't take the spot. He's like, if anybody got the spot, I'm gonna just hold the spot down. So my man, so Square, all right, whatever. You got it. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact. Again, the white stone. You know what I'm saying? The white blood. He went in around the dorm. Third day in, they go through it with the Muslims. Muslims slap the homie. Bust the other homie over the head with the glass from the microwave. All this in ASAP. Happens in the ASAP dorm. So now These dudes come to the yard, the ones who didn't get snatched up in the first Muslim versus the homies in the dorm thing, right? So we see the homie. So now we walking on the line. We're like, yo, what's poppin'? What you mean what's poppin'? You got the gym. You got to put that in. And we hate saying that. But you said you at the spot, right? They slapped the homie. The little homie, they slapped Clyde out. Like, homie, what happened? That he was a little lad. Like, what happened? How you get slapped? You know what I'm saying? So he wound up getting slapped. They caught themselves turned up. They all go to the box. We see this fool. He see Swag. Yo, Swag, I did it. I put it in. Swag like, Shaw, what's wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to that $20 donation, $10 donation. This is what I mean. The white blood came through. And put together the mutiny. Found some fools to follow suit with him. But the Muslims was on a different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? They started busting them over the head. They started slapping dudes. I'm like, yo, how the homie get slapped? What did he do? He just sat in the cube. You know what I'm saying? No. He slapped the homie. That's what it was. He slapped the homie. And he about to shake. Then I think the Stony, he jumped out the window and popped one of the dudes in front of the police. Like, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to show you how to do this. And he popped, like, you know what I'm saying? He popped in front of the cube where the COs is at. Like, you know what I mean? It was a fake. We're going to get busy for 2-3 days. It was only in his dorm. It wasn't Muslims versus the homies. It was the ASAT niggas versus ASAT. ASAT should be the safest dorm. You know what I mean? We were sitting back looking at this one like, this is crazy. This is better than the Bloods and Crips. Deputy Title Mill. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something legit going on. Legit going on is you going to work, bro. Legit going. You can't teach the kids if your brain's not there. If you sit around and you glorify certain things and you don't have time to go, yo, you know what? Let me take you over here. Let me put up in your school what's going on. Then you're the problem why your son is wearing a red bandana calling somebody else's big homie when he got a daddy, when he got a grown-ass daddy in the streets. You're the problem why your daughter walk around with a red flag on talking about, yo, dad, those are my homies right there. You have to physically. You can't just play phone games and go, I'm gonna raise my kids through the phone. That's how you do it, bro. You know how many people watch my show? You know how many people, Kevin, you know how many people watch my show and be like, Zeke, 90% of your show you going to work, bro? That's more inspiring than anything else. Yo, he go to work. Half the time I'm going, I just happen to have 2 weeks off. Hey, slouch out to me and wifey. But I'm going to work half the time, Kevin. And I'm not trying to shout you out. I'm just recognizing your comment. That's what I'm teaching the kids is there's no time to play games. If there's any free time in your life, you gotta pick and choose the time of your day. Your time is important. When you don't appreciate your time, it's how you get caught up, right? Too much dead time, too much in the street. Yo, I'm gonna hang out on the corners tomorrow. I got time. Your time, you should take pride in your time. I didn't take pride in my time. That's why I caught 4.5 years, because I didn't take pride in my time. Yo, I just got sick, right? And I had coronavirus, bro. I had that COVID shit, bro. Yo, I went to go see the doctor and threw my insurance card at them. It wasn't a Medicaid card, it was an insurance card. They said, yo, you covered 100%. I got the physical. They treated me like I was the president. They treated me like I was the president because my insurance, like, yo, this guy really had this. Boom. Oh, this is yo, doctor, come here. I need to see him ASAP. And I'm doing that through working, bro. Working at 9 to 5. 9 to 5, people from 10 to life. So what's not inspiring when I tell a young boy, yo, it's okay to work? Nah, Zeke, I see you. Zeke, you go to work every day, bro. You work 15, 16 hours a day. I work 2 jobs. So if that's not inspiring enough, then we're failing somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But definitely salute to you for that comment, man. Because I don't have time to waste. I know y'all seen my lives. I be sauce. Y'all be like, yo, Zeke is bugging or he be wilding. Nah, I don't be wilding, bro. A lot of times, man, I just be mad, son. That whole week I went live. When y'all see me, when you see, you may not understand what death feel like, bro. That coronavirus thing, I see people getting knocked off from that. I'm 47 years old, man. That had me stressed out. You know what I'm saying? That had me stressed. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? So what's inspiring is, like I said, you find that your kids is mechanical work, because that's always going to be here, mechanical work, like duct work, electrician, plumbing, carpentry, and you physically take them. If you sitting around playing video, not you, but just in general playing video games with your kids, talk about, yo, the big homie just came home, then you're part of the problem, man. You're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, man. Your kids should not be speaking, who, big who? Big what? Yo, the big homie just came, who? You know what I'm saying? And that's where we go wrong. And I know some dudes might go, yo, Zeke, you be bugging, you be wilding. You might even say, F you, Zeke. But one thing I'm going to say, Kevin Smith, I appreciate you jumping in my comments, man. We're not going to agree on everything, man, but we're going to agree. We are going to agree on being parents. We are going to agree on being men. We're going to take pride in being African American men, black men. We can have a conversation and disagree. You ain't got to be all type of bitch ass niggas. And when I see you, I'm gonna slap you. You might be right what you saying. I might be right, and that's just how we're gonna leave that. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion, and we're gonna respect that. We're not gonna make a. We're not gonna. I'm showing how to do this. You may not even agree with me right now. Like, F you, Zeke, you a clown. Okay, I am a clown. I'm a clown with a daughter in college. That's a sophomore, and my son's about to graduate this year. I'm the biggest clown, bro. But one thing, my kids never did nothing I've done. So I in my heart, I know that I'm a clown and I'm soft and I'm a sucker and I'm scared of everybody. But I'm gonna be alive when my daughter graduates college. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for my son when he graduates high school. I'm gonna be there for when he graduates college. I'm gonna be alive for that. I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna embrace that, because I was lost in the streets. I was lost. I was following the guess who's and why. Yo, you gotta show me. If you're not paying attention, the word is pay attention. When you pay attention, you begin to see the win. If I watch your lives and see that you go to work every day, I'm like, damn, I got a friend Zeke a bug out. But every time he go live, he be on his way to work in the daytime. So wait a minute. He don't waste his time. His time is important, because I learned to take pride in my time, man. You know what I mean? So it's all real. I don't gotta be the realest. I don't gotta be a realist. I'm from East Harlem, man. I'm from Spanish Harlem. I'm not the realist. I grew up around some villains. I grew up around some real ones. And everybody that dudes call fake, all the fake ones won. Everybody call you, he's soft, man. I ain't messing with him. He a clown, see? Yo, he ain't never been to jail, see? There's dudes were trying to create weird characteristics about because yo, he never went to jail. Not that they thought he was telling. Nah, he's soft because never went to jail. See, he's scared of jail. This is how twisted the mind thinks. The mental health issues. We began to believe that dudes that didn't go to jail was the softest people in the world. These are the winners. These are the guys that got the 5 houses in Puerto Rico. These are the guys that got, yeah, I'm a real one, but I'm walking. I know a guy who can't walk that drives around in a big car. Like this. What's up? In a big car, BM. He can't walk. He had a big car. Yo, what's up? But we real ones, we call him a clown because, yeah, he's soft, but we still catching mass transit. The mags don't add up. That same guy, some people like that guy that we call soft, they own stores. They own 4 or 5 blocks. They own, you'd be surprised what they invested their money into. Some of these dudes own buildings. Gotta watch what we take pride in, man. This ain't even direct to, this is just being honest with you, bro. I'm beginning to realize that the shit I take pride in is corny. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, sometimes, this is how we do it. We have to think on a national scale. I could be the biggest. I tell you, I take that. Somebody asked me the other day, right? This was somebody said. Somebody said, What do you think about Scheme? You know what I said? I said Scheme is a smart man. He found something that he enjoys to do. And he's not hurting nobody. He's just doing, Scheme is learning journalism every day. And the more that Scheme do it, he's gonna win in real life, bro. Every day he follow every story. He's just not sticking on one narrative. He follows everything. You know what I'm saying? And Scheme, 2 years from now, you don't think he's playing now? Watch. Somebody's gonna go to Scheme and go, yo, I got a job for you, man. Watch. Somebody got one of these networks, real networks, that come and they go, Scheme, I got a job for me. I like you, man. Because he's getting better and better and better and better every day. I don't even talk to Scheme. I just know I see his work. Yeah, look at, I get the notification. Oh, wow, you talking about this, that. He's getting better. He's getting better in how he's doing his research on certain situations. He's doing a whole lot better now. Now when you hear a Scheme show, you really hear what he's talking about compared to, what is he talking about? He's gotten better. He's going to get better and better. He's teaching himself journalism. He's teaching himself what journalism is. He's doing the background checks. He's doing it. Yo, call my show. He's doing, and that's what journalism is. You want to master your craft. You learn this. You're not a journalist because you say it. You got to keep learning it. So again, we have to salute the kings. Salute the Scheme. One of the kings. That's learning the craft. He's just an example I'm going to use. I go on YouTube, right, and I check out Star. Star been in the media for years. Of course Star's going to win because he was on radio stations. So there's no way that he's going to lose on YouTube. But even him, he gets busy. You find your lane and you do it, man. And this is how, believe it or not, them young boys that sitting around scheming that crib, they're learning something. If he can do it, I can do it. When they see that Scheme buys a brand new hat and a brand new shirt, they're going, yo, that's working. Whoa. Yo, that YouTube thing works. I may not be able to do YouTube, but I think I'm going to get a job. I see that this YouTube thing just ain't him talking nonsense all day. He's actually doing some due diligence. He got 100,000 views, and that's what you want to do. You got to show people that believe that they can't do it. You have to show people that believe that they cannot do it. Come on, man. You know, Jesse Jackson fought for us, but what happened? When he started getting the millions and getting all these free stock options, he slowed up his role. Then the scandals came, and now look how quiet he is. Yeah, Al Sharpton. But you know, Al Sharpton gets a bad rap because of Tawana Brawley, even in 2021. But you know what I'm saying? He did a lot for the people, bringing it to the light, but Tawana Brawley. George Floyd woke people up, woke the world up. It took that to happen. And you know what? Still, over 250 African Americans died last year in the city of St. Louis. I'm pretty sure 150 to 200 African Americans died in New York City. Then probably across the globe, the numbers get crazier. When do we denounce it? When do we finally go, you know, drug addiction, man? Me and wifey was watching Men's Society. Well, you seen the part when they killed the guy over the rims, bro? They did the jack before the car. It's the jack move. That's what dudes are doing over sneakers and chains now. They driving with cars with guns, jumping out, and they go, give me your chain. And then what happens is when that guy who might be on drugs, popping mollies or popping whatever, and they catch him slipping and smoke his boots, then it's like black on black crime. So let's stop the problem before it get there. Yo, bro, let's stop black on black crime. Let's stop it. Don't do crime at all. Just don't do no crime at all. So they go to choose what I'm going to do because I'm just a real one. What's real is that you lived to be 45 years old. Yo, I seen something, man, that a kid that murdered somebody and caught a shooting, he was 16 years old. The kid wasn't that stupid. He copped out to 28 years flat. He ain't dumb. He's sleeping on somebody's floor anyway. When he come home, he gonna be like 40 years old. I'm good. By the time I come home, I'm gonna be the big homie. He don't got the L behind him. This is just how these dudes are taking his jail time. Let's be mindful of that, man. Let's be mindful of our mothers, you know what I'm saying? Let's be mindful of our loved ones, man. That be shot for a man do, you know what I'm saying? You know what we're gonna do? Because we're not gonna do that no more. We're not gonna play this game. We're not gonna be goofy. We're not gonna be goofy. So go play with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Go play with somebody else. That's it. Just go play with somebody. We're not gonna be goofy. We're not gonna be doofy. We're not gonna be doing none of that, man. Go play with somebody else, man. I'm not your father. I'm not your grandfather. I'm not your uncle. Play with them. You still playing. You still in the park playing. So go play with them. Go with your father. Go play dodgeball. Hit each other over the head with a dodgeball. Come on, Dad. Let me hit you in the head with a ball again. Go do that. Playing. This is real talk, man. We talking about saving lives, man. How you do it is you do the right thing. That's how you save a life. You tell people do the right thing will happen, man. What's your skill? You have your son sitting around looking crazy. What's your skill? What you like other than playing Black Ops? I like cars. Bet, let's go. I like electricity. They don't see this. They don't see that. Some people might go, I like security. Let me get you bonded. You want to become a cop? Let me take you down there. That's what fathers did back in the days. Uncles did that back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, I'm gonna leave this off a scheme. Whatever people personal thing is has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with us. If somebody wants to do the moonwalk on their live, that's what they do, bro. Some people got things that they're fighting, bro. That it takes. I don't know what he was doing. I'm just saying. In general, nothing. This topic right here might hit some of y'all hard. Drug addiction is the worst addiction to ever have, man. And I'm gonna keep this on the eye. I never did hard drugs, but my mother, she did hard drugs, man, and it was hard for her to fight that. When she tried to clean up, she just couldn't do it. And she tried, but she did clean up. But by the time she cleaned up, it did so much abuse to her body that, she passed away, man. Drug addiction is the devil. So some people are still fighting. They demons. We pray for them, and we pray that we hope that whatever demon that we think that they're fighting, they can win, bro. I'm tired of seeing, instead of us helping, we tearing each other down, man. Instead of us going, congratulations to Jay-Z for being a billionaire, we're too busy trying to say, well, he messed with the police and he got Desiree and she was a Fed agent and he did this and he did that. But we don't look at, he's an African American with influence. Kanye West, an African American with influence. But we're so disconnected from each other because we believe in our heads that we can't get there without being crazy, man. We go with anything people say, man. We see things, and the things that we see doesn't make somebody. If I see something, I've learned to listen to the message. Listen to the message. Sometimes the message might save your life. We're looking at the messages. Somebody, yo, you know what? Somebody was in my comments that said, Zeke, you was wilding on your last video. But did you hear the message? I heard the message, but you was wilding. So you was too busy watching what I was doing instead of paying attention to the message. And that's what we do a lot. We all got short attention spans, but we don't listen to the message. We're too busy looking at the messenger. So if the messenger don't have a button-up shirt on with the bow tie and a clean cut, we're oh man, listen to that because yo, look at it, look. You're crazy, man. There's billionaires that catch that 6 train to go to work when you be in Manhattan. You don't even know who they are. They wear white dirty sneakers, some beige slacks, and a button-up white shirt and a book bag. These dudes be multi-millionaires going to Midtown going to work. You would never know. Why? Because they don't fit that description. They know if I don't look like money, they're not going to look at me. It's a mental thing, man. Like I told you, man. I think we have a mental illness. I'm not a doctor's diagnosis, but the mental illness that we have leads to black on black crime, leads to a negative lifestyle. The way that we think, thinking. And you know, and that's the win right there, bro. I believe that's the win, right? Shaquille is a very knowledgeable brother. He wasn't with black on black crime, but he more than to say I'm not with black on black crime. That starts the beginning. When you throw a meeting with 20 little young cats and they come up with razors and knives and guns, and you go, listen, man, we're not with black on black crime. When's the next plate? I don't know. Yo, is he food? No, he's not food. That stops it. So when they sit look at you and go, but oh gee, what are we to do? We're gonna go in a van and we're gonna fill out job applications. We're gonna go online we're gonna go to the Department of Labor, get behind those computers and go online. And we're gonna start flinging out resumes. We're gonna start emailing these companies. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get jobs. Who got felonies and who don't got felonies? Okay, the no felonies guys, step to the left. Okay. You got your diploma, yeah. So would you like to become a fireman, sanitation man? This is me being your big homie. These are your options. Since if I told you to blow somebody's head off, you'll jump out the window and do it anyway. I'm gonna direct you on where to go with this. What do you like to do? Well, I like to play with fires. Okay, boom, fireman. What you like to do? Oh, I really want to be a cop, but you know you can't be a cop and be homie. And there's homies that is cops on the low. Definitely in LA, there's a bunch of Bloods and Crips that became LAPD. But you know what I'm saying? Why be security for? We're gonna get you in junior college, and then we're gonna get you to be in NYPD. You're gonna become a cop. This is what I'm saying is what the Spanish cats did. Olga Mendez had the office and she had the resources and she put people in position. Oh, what's your son good at? My son wants to be a cop. Okay, I got the bilingual class. At that time, all you needed was a GED to become NYPD. They had a rush of Puerto Rican cops. You know what I'm saying? We could do it. You have a meeting like the Warriors. You sit them down. And go, there's nobody's, yo, I heard this because this is the conversation. I heard he food. Nah, forget all that. We're not doing that right now. No agenda right now. Nobody's on plate right now. All plates are on freeze. So now they look at you and go, so what are we to do? Well, what we are to do is, we're going to load up tomorrow and we're going to go to the Department of Labor. We're going to go, if you're in New York City, we're going to the Fortune Society. We are going to go to places where you young boys are going to be busy for 4 or 5 hours. You'll thank me 10 years from now. Just like me. When I got my first job, I loved to work. Okay. I love to work, man. Once you put me in that position, or put myself in that position, I love to work. Yeah. And this is how we're gonna tackle the problems. Shout out to American Links, what you jacket in the building, Limes Over Lemons in the building. Salute to everybody that's here, man. We gotta have this conversation, man. There's no more figure this out. I'm not trying to be the smartest man in the room. Because I know I'm not. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are geniuses, but we grew up in situations where playing dumb is what's considered real. You know what I'm saying? That's not real, man. That's not real, man. Being dumb is not real. Like I told you, we pay attention to all the wrong things. Short attention spans. You look over here like this, you don't even hear the message. Okay, you tell me a message, and it might save my life, but I'm worried about, yo, your shirt is wrinkled, Zeke. What my shirt got to do with the hell I just told you? We got to get out of that stinking thinking. Stinking thinking, man. What's more realer? Me talking about an ex-drug dealer or my cousin who became a doctor? What's more realer? Me talking about somebody who's doing 50 years up north for killing another black man, or my cousin who became a real estate commercial lawyer? He's close to having a CPA in the state of Pennsylvania. What's more important? Like seriously, my other cousin was a captain in the Marines. Grew up in the projects, right? Is it more willing to talk about him than somebody who robbed a cab driver and caught 20 years? Even the mafia, they pick up their winners. They don't pick up the losers. They pick up, yo, nah, look at Vito. Look at Boom. Lucky. Look at Boom. We went corporate. We're the only people that keep... We don't pick up the people that need to be bigged up. So that's what the youth look at. Some of y'all that have a platform, pick up the legal beagles that has done well. So what? They don't do nothing for the community, but they've done well. The difference between them is they may not come back and do nothing for the community, but believe me, they didn't do as much damage as we did in the communities. What you think, me selling drugs didn't destroy no families? Allegedly? Do y'all truly believe that me being on the block hustling, selling that poison, did not have nothing to do with destroying a couple of generations of families? I'm lucky. God, there's a God. There's something spiritual up there in the sky that my kids ain't addicted to drugs, bro. But the mental health effect of the games I played in the street affected my kids. Yeah, when I first left the house and called myself going back into the streets, I went to jail. My daughter was going through a psychological thing where she wanted her daddy. You know what led to that? To me, her wanting her daddy, she had to go see a psychiatrist. Because she didn't understand why her daddy wasn't here. So these are the psychological effects that we go through, and we think that, and I'm just happy that she made it through that without committing suicide, without becoming a drug addict, getting caught up in something, and she's doing great in college. So the mental health issues that kids have, man, we don't even worry about them. We think when our kids get quiet and not crazy, he'll get over it. It's not about that, man. So you think I'm a real, so I was a real one when I did 4.5 years, and my daughter was stressed out because she didn't have her daddy in the street? That made me real? When I still was pumping black on black crime? Until I finally woke up? Yes. That's exactly what my wifey do. Wifey has a great job. She got position of power in her job. And she hired like 7 of her cousins in her job. They don't know that these are all her family members. Even a couple of her brothers got them hired on her job. She put herself in a position of power, and now I'm able to look out for my people, and they all doing great. That's dope. That's what I mean. Put yourself in a position to hire and fire. Not just be there and wasting time. Put yourself in a position where, yo, I could get you a job, boom, boom, boom. I could get you a job, just don't embarrass me. That's a win, bro. I like what you said. I like what Old dusty Puerto Rican said. Seriously, man. The mental effect of the kids, man. I don't think we think about that when we do the things that we do. The mental effect on our kids. We're so busy trying to be real ones that we forget the mental effect on our kids. Exactly, Lem's the line. We all got flaws in us. We all got flaws. But if we know better, we're going to do better. I can't tell my kids do the right thing, but I'm going to tell somebody else's kid, man, forget that he'll play, pop his head off. But I'm going to tell my own kids, nah, stay away from this life. It ain't worth it. Don't get caught up. You're going to do 1,000 years. Don't waste your life. But I'm going to tell somebody else's child, man, go flip the clip. Man, he's soft, man. Yo, man, you better. We have to deal with that reality, man. We need more mothers out here and less gang members. We need more mothers. We need more mothers and less Cripettes, Bloodettes, Latin Keenettes. We just need more mothers. We need more moms out here. This is real talk. This is the conversation. Forget my father not being in my life. I don't care about that. That has nothing to do with nothing. My kids was affected by my 4.5 years. Mine. See, I can tell you all this. So a lot of us that don't pay attention and go, well, my son, because you don't pay them no mind. These kids miss it. That's because they don't say, Dad, I need you. They need you. Come on, man. One thing I love wifey's relationship with her kids. It's a real relationship that she has with her kids. It's inspiring. It's inspiring when she speaks to her kids. And her kids respect her. She didn't raise females to be queens. She didn't raise sons to be queens. She raised sons to be kings. And that's how they are kings. A female can raise a king that was raised by a king, because my wife loved her daddy. So her daddy's a king. A king raised my daughter. Now, a king raised my wife, and my wife is raising her kids like the king her father is. So a female can raise a king. You have a king in your life. Don't listen to the That's a fact. They're scared to face reality. And that's why the face reality is, nah, man, I'm not with all that. I'm a real one, and I did this, and I take pride in that. You take pride in what? Destroying your own people? Because some people, that's as far as the ego and self-esteem go. This might be one of the realest lives I've done in a long time. And that's only because I had a great conversation with Shaquille. He hit the comment section. And I just wanted to touch on that again, because just in case y'all got distracted from me moonwalking the other day, this is real talk. Shout out to King Loke that called in. He said a lot of great things. Shout out to Skelly that called in, man. King Loke would love to be in America right now. Believe me, he would love to be in America right now. But because of laws, he got deported. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to King Loke, man. You know what I'm saying? I like people that have content that they get greater and they get greater in their craft. Boss is getting greater in his craft. He is. He's getting greater in his craft. It's a couple of them, man. There's a couple of people like Hip Hop Classics Daily. He's gotten great with his craft. We have Crown Courts TV. Crown, he's getting great with his craft. And the greater you get, you really want to get people attention that's going to sign you and take you to someplace else. You don't want to make this a temporary thing. Because you have to, it's just like educating yourself. You get greater and greater. Sometimes you might make a video that might make 2 views because you're not talking about what people want to hear. But somebody's going to listen and go, you know what, I thought he had no sense. You might get 5 views, but that one person that listen and go, you know what, I thought he was crazy, but he on to something. I'm going to give that guy a chance. I'm going to give him a call. That's what this is about, man. See, when I began to do my personal inventory and speaking about my personal inventory, I feel good about myself. Do you know how better I feel about myself when I understand that my daughter could have committed suicide while I was in jail because of me sitting in jail having the time of my life? She was stressed out about not having a daddy. No, I gotta talk because I don't know if a lot of you fathers realize if you're not in your kid's life, they may not tell you, but they really go through some things, man. And some of them do commit suicide, or some of them they result to popping a perk, popping some lean, drinking some lean. Some may even sniff some cocaine. It's never too late, man. It's never too late, man. It's never too late. If you got to twist a baby mother, go to family court. Get the paperwork. Let's get used to stop looking at everything as it's telling. No, it's not telling it. In this great country of the United States of America, you need paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're going to move around this country. This is not the jungles of Peru, the jungles of Africa. You know what I'm saying? We need paperwork. That's the only thing that's going to move around here. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the realest lives I've done in a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Now he goes, your opinion, Ulysses Perez goes, exactly, spreading the guidance on me, man. Because he reminded me, we gotta think like men, Zeke. In so many words, we gotta think like men. We have to understand how we went from going to one situation to it turns to all the way black on black crime. All the way black on black crime. But he goes, Ulysses Perez goes, what's up? Opinion, single mothers raise sons and blame him because the father treat the kids bad. The effect. Not all single mothers though. It's just the ones that we see. There's a lot of single mothers that respect their baby fathers. Have no issues with their baby fathers. Don't take them to child support. We have a good relationship. Not all. It's the ones that we see. See, we gotta keep in mind, in the great ghetto of ours, a lot of fathers ain't involved because there's something called child support. A lot of fathers, they have the excuse of why did she give welfare my social security number? And a lot of times it's because they're not gonna get no services if you do not say who your baby father is. And some females will keep it real and go, I'm not taking to the family court. No, he do for his kids. And then you got some of y'all that don't do for your kids and y'all have to be forced. So by the time y'all decide to go, I'm gonna go get a job, y'all owe $20,000, $30,000 in child support and now you're mad at the mother. You gotta be mad at yourself. I can't be mad if they take child support out my check. You know what I'm saying? If you let that 110, 120, $50 a week add up, you gotta blame yourself. After 10 years, you gotta blame yourself. You can't go, yo, she didn't take me, I don't have to owe that. No. Because if you're not paying that and you're not doing nothing for your kids in general, why should she praise you as the king? Why should she sit them on the table and go, yo, now I'm not speaking to you, saying that to you. I understand I understand your opinion. I truly respect it. I truly respect your opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion on the situation, how I look at it. Every person I've seen that said F their baby mothers because of child support. And I'd be like, yo, take care of your kids? No, nah, son, because she with the child support, so why I'm gonna take care of my kids for, son? I'm gonna be around her. She do this, she do that. And that's what we do a lot. We all find 20 things they did wrong that have this fake excuse in our bread. Man, I'm going around her. She wanted beef, she wanna do this, she wanna do that. But you're mad about child support. I'm not gonna get a job. But how does it affect you? Think about this. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? A female can raise a king, man. There's some female, listen, I see it personally, where the baby mother and baby father have a great relationship when it comes to the kids. There's no beef right there. And that's what affects the kids a lot. What affects the kids a lot is seeing two parents argue. How do you think the kids feel? I'm saying, how do you think in general, let's talk to the females now. Let's talk to the parents. When every time they see their parents, they arguing. The kid don't know no better. The kid's thinking, are they arguing because I'm here in this world? They don't care about me? You think when kids act out because when you did come around, you decided to argue and throw her, y'all every time they come around, it's a domestic situation? How you think the kids feel? How do you think the kids feel when you act like it's a hassle to come to his birthday because she stupid for child support? This is real, man. I'm not the best who ever done it, Rose. I'm definitely not. I'm not even in the top 10. I just somebody who grew up after a while. I began to do a personal inventory and realizing where I keep going wrong at. What I thought was real was fantasies. A female can raise a king if a female was around a king. It's just like us, right? A lot of us is lost because we wasn't around kings. Our mothers replaced our dads with losers. So we had to find our way in the streets. If a king, the chessboard is created for a reason. It's just not about the king. The king trains everybody else. So when the king dies, right, it's supposed to be the prince. When the king dies, he trains the prince. If he doesn't have a prince, he has a princess. He's training her to think and move just like him. You see who the Queen of England is. She's been there for so many years. The most powerful woman in the world. You know what I'm saying? Without no legal power in England. That's crazy. But look at the landscape that Great Britain has across the globe and the influence that Great Britain has across the globe. You know what? Fathers is absent. No, definitely salute. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Fathers is absent. I see mothers treat their son like, crap, demonize and blame them for their father affecting the kid when they grow up. Yes, because that's gonna happen, man. Do you know what it is to be a single parent and you don't have nothing? And a lot of times, just like us, we are so focused on the relationship instead of the kids. Definitely when young people have kids, they're still in the adolescent stage. Some get a little older, still a little psychopathic, and they do the same thing. We all know the traits, we know the truth, we know the facts, right? And some females do take it out on the kids. But as a man, if you're in the streets, you're supposed to fix that. You're supposed to fix that. If the father ain't around, you got a mother that's most likely, most of those mothers that's like that I've seen are alcoholics, they gangbanging, or they doing drugs, man. They going through their own depression. You ever heard that song, All I Got Is You from Ghostface Killer? That's real life, bro. Imagine being a single mother. You got a son that has a disease. You got another son that he's certain way, that you got ghosts, you got 3 kids, you got a son that you got to physically walk around and bring upstairs all day. You young. Some people, mental capacity ain't there. It's just that we seen the mothers go to drugs, or like you said, treat their kids crazy because they're mad at the world, man. Mental health issues, bro. I'm not a doctor to diagnose nothing. We have to understand that mental health issues. Mental health is a thing that it doesn't just affect men. We can expect all females like we expecting all the females to be the strongest people in the world. You got some people that have 3 kids and they be 21. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finished school because they had a baby by somebody in the street. Where daddy at? I don't know. He might be dead up north. Where the other baby father at? Oh, he dead. Where he at? The other one, I'm playing baby daddy games with him, man. This is what's going on, man. So people do have mental health issues. There's some people who already have mental health issues, and dudes play with these females for some reason. Because a lot of times, because of homelessness, dudes will take one for the team, as they say. I seen some chicks that some dudes was messing with. Like, you know, she been crazy since she was in junior high school. Why would she have a baby by her for? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of females, when they got mental health issues, they don't get checked out for. But remember, these are the females that we love. They're the gangbangers. They're the, some of y'all like know them as the strippers. You know what I'm saying? So they down by law. They take the packs. A lot of these girls got mental health issues. We've come to a reality that we believe that when we see a girl with a blue flag or red flag on their head, that's the realest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? This is the reality here. We've got a custom where we see a mother with 5 kids. Nothing wrong with flagging or doing what you do. But we're normalizing mental health issues. We're normalizing it. That's real. That's real that we see a mother that's, her house is the hangout spot for all the gang members. Is that reality? Is that real? Have we come to a point where we have, that's what I'm saying, we're normalizing mental health issues? Do you believe that some people can't live without having 30 people in their house at a time? Because they're escaping their reality? So a lot of these females, what they be mad about, just like a lot of men is, I'm not going around because I gotta pay child support. I'm not going around because I don't want to deal with the mess. But it's not about dealing with the mess. It's about dealing with the kids. Deputy shouts my man Old Boss is in the building, man. It's about dealing with the kids, man. It's not about all that other stuff, man. I told you my daughter's a junior, she's about to be a junior in college. You know what I'm saying? And my son's about to go to high school. So, it's on them now. Boom. They got all the financial support that they need. They don't have to pay for college. And I come out of my pocket every week. You got it from here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the position you want to put your kids in. That's the best position. Now, if you don't know how to manage your own money, that ball's in your court. But if I put you in a position to win, then you're supposed to just take off and win. That's how this game goes. That's the major key in life. Is that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, was popping. Julio was popping. And it's not always, like I said, it's not always, a lot of times I told you, we know when these chicks that got mental health issues and dudes are mess with them, knowing that, yo, you know she's crazy, and then they get in a relationship and they go through something real bad and I ain't going around her, and then she have a baby, and then the baby suffers. Listen, we all took one, we all got one, you know what I'm saying? But what I do is I put the one in the, whatever, you know, winning situation. Some people, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going through all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, this is just real talk, man. If I put you in a position to win, if you're in a position to win, then you got to take off. If the existence of my kids, as long as they've been around, they've gotten some type of support or something from my side, you good money. Some people just, you know, it don't work out with them when you get in that little mix, you know what I'm saying? This is real talk, man. Mighty Infamous was popping. This is real talk. We gotta have these conversations. These are the conversations that we all must have. Because we can't keep blaming the females. We can't expect a female. I tell you, a female can't raise a king if she wasn't raised by a king. If a female is raised by, because a lot of times it don't really be baby mother drama. It just be like, you don't come around, let them come around, you know what I'm saying? But some dudes, they move on, you know what I'm saying? You hear me? Yes, more's for more. I like what you said, man. And that's why we gotta have these conversations. Salute, Mighty Infamous, salute. These are the conversations that I think that we need to be having. Not all of us, but a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And I see it going on in these platforms where dudes is every day they getting gritty in they craft. Without the beefing, but who cares about the beefing? Because after a while the beefing plays out and then they're getting greater and they're doing more. They're doing what journalists do. They're doing actually the research and they're doing what they're doing and it's a great thing. And then we're able to have people listen to blacks stop killing blacks. And that's how we're gonna win. I like what Moore said, I come in spirit of peace and love. But blood got to stop the oppression on their own kind, point blank, period. He got bigger problems with these anti-black Asians and other foreigners. We definitely do, man. We definitely do. We keep resorting back and putting our backs against the wall. We got so many other, because they're all in a position of power. The hospitals, most of the doctors is Asians. Most of the dentists is Asians. They all in a position of power when it comes to even in the infrastructure. So now we got to come together and go, all this keeping it real is keeping us away. Like I just told you, St. Louis finally has an African-American mayor, the first one, that has an African-American police chief and an African-American lead district attorney. That's power. So now there's some people with the same color that can start putting people of certain color in positions of power to show the youth, if you can do it, I can do it. And that's how I win, man. That's how I win, man. I would say, when it comes to our baby mothers, just respect it. Respect them. Yeah, we all gonna be a place, we don't liberate our people out all. Yo, let me tell you something. Black on black crime in Chicago that made 300 records, like $1 billion. Chief Keef, Little Dirk, and the rest of all them cats, they made millions off of the promotion of Chicago's crazy. 56 people died. Shootouts, mother, they used that as a way to push the agenda. Does that help us out? Yeah, we gotta be honest. I love my friends. Now but some of their parents didn't like blacks. Like, yo, you gotta wait outside and all that. There's a couple of friends I had like that they didn't care. But now my mother just said, and then I noticed that we'd be together, and she won't let me in, but she let another Latino in. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can get some water. Zeke, just wait outside. I experienced that many times as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Didn't make me look funny at my friends, but you have to remember, you know what I'm saying? So, that do be in the back of people's mind. Because we definitely in the building, man. And I think we need a harsh penalties on our own kind for not following protocol, and I might keep his brother. We have to start having these dialogues. You know what I'm saying? Bully hard. We got to start having these conversations, man. This is serious, man. Our people killing each other. Our people not trying to get through the barriers. Okay, we see somebody going crazy. They got mental health issues. Help them get mental health help. Yo, do you know, I don't know if y'all paying attention, there's been a lot of kids dying. A lot of fathers going in the houses, shooting the house up, killing baby mothers, killing the kids. So it's getting crazy now. Now you got people killing babies, purposely going, I'm going over there, I'm a smoker. You see what just happened in Brownsville, right? This guy was arguing with his baby mother, something happened. He pulled up in Van Dyke. He shot the baby mother, her 2 kids, she had from somebody else, but he didn't kill his own daughter. That's serious, man. Even though he took his life, I believe, but that's crazy. At a birthday party, allegedly. Sometimes you in a dangerous relationship, you go get some mental health. You go to a meeting and you have that mental health, man. You get that mental health. That mental health is what works for the people, man. Mental health, man. See me, I've changed the way I think. I change every day. My thinking, I've changed. I was lost. I was a lost soul. I've been a lost soul. Then I began to realize, for me to love myself, I have to be honest with myself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever went wrong with me in life is nobody's fault. I can't blame daddy. I can't blame my uncle. I gotta blame myself. There was opportunities I had when I was a kid that I pushed to the side because I wanted to be in the streets. I had working papers. I used to work for D'Agostino's on 32nd Street and 2nd Avenue. I had an after school job. If I'd have stuck with that, that's before I went to Albany. I worked in a flower shop on 86th Street. Daniel's Flowers. I had after school job. I worked with Louis, they cleaning up schools. Me and my man John Ramundi was doing that after school. Or on 96th Street and West End Avenue. So I can't say, well, because I had jobs. I had a summer youth job. So I gotta blame myself after a while. Like, yo, I should have stood on the right path. I allowed myself to get distracted by the streets. And by me getting distracted, believing that I can buy mansions and flying helicopters, led to the 4.5, 2.5 to 5, 6 months here, 8 months there, year there. And the only thing I'm glorifying, I go to jail, I fought some Crips that was looking at it just like me. Yo, I'm going at it with people that look just like me. I'm going at it with people that look just like me. Even for the gang thing. I'm fighting people on the tear that look just like me. Mind you, there's all type of, Spanish guys, Asians, Indians. I'm walking past them to punch one of my brothers in the face. Because that's what I believe was real. When I'm tired of being what I believe is real. OG's got to speak out against black on black crime. That's the master in the game, you heard? Yeah. Yeah. That's it, man. I've seen so much, man. You gotta start accepting these responsibilities, man. Nobody's perfect. I could love you from long distance, man. But I can't allow things to affect my mental health. Because my mental health, what I believe is real, is dangerous. What I believe is real is hurting another black man. I think that's real. I think when I get mad, I say the worst things in the world about a black man. And that shouldn't be that way. I'm allowed to be mad, I'm human, but once you have them thoughts, you start sweating, you start really putting in your head, when I catch him, what I'm going to do to him, that's mental health. That's a mentality. One thing I remember, right, I was younger. This guy used to always tell me that this guy I knew was telling, oh, he's a rat, Zeke, I'm telling you, man, he's a rat. He's a rat. Told me this for like 3 summers in a row. How a guy was a rat bastard. Yo, he act funny with him. And I don't know if he was telling that to me because he didn't want me to mess with him. I don't know. I can't, you know what I'm saying? But then here it goes. Mental health, right? It's all mental health issues. 10 years later, the guy he called the rat, they was getting money together. Blew my mind. Had nothing to do with nothing, but it makes you sit and go, wow, he was just a rat 5 summers ago, but now he's not ratting no more. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's all mental health. Oh, you a rat because we ain't getting no money together. Let me get money together. Now he ain't telling me, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, just going, yo, bro, can we get some money together? So it be like that, bro. It be like that sometimes, man. That's a fact. Yo, Roman's in the building, man. We gotta have these conversations, man, because they're not gonna sign you unless you talk about some real Chicago violence. You know what I'm saying? That's because, see, it don't affect the rest of the record sales, but the people that's buying the records are from their communities. They know that, but the people that's gonna affect is people in the community. Because mind you, I can't go to Chicago and go, yo, I'm not from 63rd. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. There's a guy, right? We call him Money D. Money D's an African American who owns a spa. Something different, man. We got people doing different things, man. You know what I'm saying? Why the schools got to tell your kids if something goes wrong, call 911? But most parents, because they're so much in the street, better not call the cops. Most of the kids are learning basic skills from their teacher where they should be learning this at home. If you disagree with your teacher, you should be able to tell your mother. Not, yo, make sure, da 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 da. Maybe our distractions, maybe our distractions is what kills us, what takes away from us. Our distractions. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe our distractions. You ever thought about that? Where what we think is real ain't real. Because I like to be real with the people, right? Not because I want to be the realest one or I think I have the realest logic, because I don't. I told you, I got mental health issues like most of you. That's why we all could get along. We all find some type of common ground. People with mental health, people of the same mind frame seem to click. But by us talking about it, then maybe when I finish this live, we begin to talk about it. Go, you know, I'm not that bad. I made some mistakes, but you know what I'm saying? Now, I had a conversation, right, about my daughter. About my daughter. And then in the conversation, right? In the conversation, it was a lot of, you know, when we're around our kids, I don't know about the ones that don't go around their kids, but when you're around your kids and they're used to being around you, but then you leave or you're not around, it causes therapy, medication, and even suicidal thoughts. Some kids cry every night. Some kids need therapy. That's if you was in your kid's life for a period of time and then you left. It affects them. But we're so used to a kid being tough that we don't realize that when they start acting out, like, my son gonna be just like me, a real one. Or my daughter be just like me, a real one, when they really asking for help, man. And then we don't realize it until they start popping them pills. Or, because that's a new thing now, but they've been popping pills. Let me be honest, they was popping perks and quaaludes when I was younger. And not perks, but it was just stuff, mescalines and all that. Dudes been smoking water, angel dust, hallucinogenics. You know what I'm saying? That's always been in play. You know what I'm saying? That always been in play. So dudes start doing that. They start going to, I need to be high all day to deal with my reality. That's if you was in your kid's life. And then you're gone now. So every time the kids see that the mother and father is always a beef, it affects them even more. We don't realize it because we're too busy trying to keep it funky and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Today's live, I just want to do about black on black crime, man. I just, because that was a strong conversation I had with Chicago. Um, it was a strong, it was a strong conversation we are having, and you know, when he said he was with the black on black crime, that just make me see things differently. Like, damn, I'm not with that black on black. Like, whatever happened, like, I'm just not with it, man. I'm just, that's just. I think we have to create that lane where us older people, we start denouncing it, and they go, because at some point they go, well, we don't have black on black crime. What is there to do? Get a job, get some more education. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna show you how to. I'm gonna get in the car. Like I told you, if you could throw a 9 and get 100 people to pull up, and they, who got felonies, who don't, who got GEDs at the point. Okay, step to the left. All right, boom, over there. All right, we got. I got my man. He got the nonprofit. We gonna hook you up at the Fortune Society plus a couple of other societies. We got y'all. Y'all, boom, boom, boom. What you like? Boom, boom, boom. Get in the van. Drop you off. We're gonna pay for these city jobs. You're gonna take the exams. You're gonna. You can become a bus driver, you can do MTA, and then you're going to win. And then you're going to go, you know what, man, I may not be, because now I'm taking you from being an active gang member to becoming a non-active gang member to the point where you're going to go, I'm going to leave the gang alone all along. I'm going to leave the whole gang alone. Because I don't have free time. Once you appreciate your time, you see things differently. You know what I'm saying? You know, I began to see I began to see life differently just growing up. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm gonna say is, man, we as a people, man, we've come a long way, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know was heartfelt was my friend Sonny who always says, Zeke, I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm African, I'm black. And he used to tell his mother, I'm black. And that was deep, man. Mom, I'm black. Africans came to Puerto Rico, Taino, Indians, natives, Europeans. I'm black. I'm an African. And he never, and just him talking made a lot of us behind closed doors do our research on it. Oh, what are you talking about Puerto Ricans is black? Oh, what? Oh. We begin to see things differently. So now when we see the dark-skinned Puerto Rican, we know that he came from a part of Puerto Rico where there was a lot of dark Africans. Like, oh, Jimbo, now I get it now. You got the African in you. Most of the Puerto Ricans got more African in them than we do. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's from the island, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They got more African in them than anything else, like more Brazilians and all that. There's more Africans on the island of Brazil than any place else in the world, they said. They got the highest number of Africans that's not in Africa in Brazil. I don't know if that's true, but that was the number they said a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You talking about that exactly. What you just said right there, outlaw. What you just said right there, outlaw. What you just said right there, outlaw, like easy. It's the truth. We look at each other as ops. It's crazy, man. We look at each other as total ops, total opposites. Now your opinion is perfect. Yo, Ulysses, your opinion is perfect. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just want to start the conversation so that people will have that conversation, and then the conversation trickles down. That's why I'm having this conversation, because I realize the people that follow me are 30 and over. And sometimes this conversation, when they log off, if somebody at work, they're listening. If someone at home, they are gonna listen. They probably got a grandson or a son listening to this, going, "Yo, Dad, so what's he talking about?" And we're talking about things that when we turn off this show, y'all can remain this conversation all day, where you might take your son to the library, where you might take your grandson to the zoo. Because most of us are I'm not a grandfather yet, but there's a lot of people that's my age that's grandfathers. And you might do something. I remember one day I seen my man one day. He was with his son. He stopped. I said, "Where you going, man?" I was at work. He's like, "Nah, son, I'm taking my son to an African American library somewhere in Brooklyn." And I was like, "What?" Like, yeah, we gonna do we gonna do some reading on some the coaches. And that's and me having that conversation helped me when I spoke to my daughter and told her about her West Indian heritage. Oh yeah, half our family's from the Bahamas. She didn't know. She's like, "Oh what?" She said, "Yeah." But she came to New York. I'm like, "Yeah, the Bahamas." So you got Bohemian blood in you, and they're from Cat Island and the Roker family and the Fergusons and boom, boom, boom. Like Jeffrey and them, they from the West Indian side. So you have West Indian blood in you. She never knew that. I had to educate, you know what I'm saying? I educated her on that. So now she sees a bigger world now, not just I'm African and I'm African, I'm West Indian also, even though it's all, all in the same mix. So now she has a history to speak to. So somebody asks her, "What are you mixed with?" "What do you mean what I'm mixed with?" "I'm Bohemian, I'm African American." "Oh, Bohemian. Oh, you got some West Indian." "Yeah, my father's side." And she got some Cuban, because my mother's mother had Cuban blood in her. But my grandfather was from the Bahamas. And I'm going to tell you what's crazy. When my grandfather fought in the Korean War, they promised a lot of the soldiers coming from the Korean War housing. That was the gift. So when my grandmother got into tab projects, 9 out of 10 she got into tab projects because my grandfather Casey fought in the Korean War. You know what I'm saying? Because they was giving housing back then to a lot of war vets. I don't know what happened during Vietnam, but any war before Vietnam, in public housings, they was giving Korean veterans free housing. Not free housing, but they was getting first dibs to houses, I think, across the United States of America. I believe in Chicago too, they was doing the same thing too. They actually built housing for Korean vets that was coming back from that Korean War. My grandfather fought in the Korean War. You know what I'm saying? History right there, you know what I'm saying? And you know what it is, Ulysses? We at some point, right? We're not perfect people, and I believe the reason why we allow our imperfections to supersede our intelligence is because we're too busy trying to prove that we're perfect. I'm not what you're saying I am, or this, that, and the third, or nah, whatever you say, all right, that's how you feel. Once you start hitting people with that it doesn't matter. Because nobody's perfect. Everybody got something. A lot of stuff is just gossip, or somebody saying something. The only people that really know you is people that know you. Not somebody you met that you hung out with 4 or 5 times. It's people that physically know you, that you grew up with, that been around you for 10, 30 years, 15 years, that know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These are the people. You can sit somebody that grew up with me and be like, "Man, Zeke been the same, man, since he played tag." Those are the ones that you go to when you really want to find out about somebody. You go to the people that know. You don't know what part of life you might have met somebody. Okay, you met this guy when he was drunk in the club. So you go, he be drunk bugging out. Then you got some else to go, "Nah, I knew Zeke was getting $1 million over there. You bugging." But you see what I'm saying? People go, "I knew Zeke when Zeke was getting $1 million over there." But the worst part about the $1 million was I was destroying my community. You see how that go? Destroying where I'm from. And that became real. Because when you deal with mental health issues, what we think is real is really fake. Now I knew Zeke when Zeke took the block for like a week. Not really, nobody died, so you know what I'm saying? I knew Zeke when, but nobody goes, I knew Zeke when Zeke was a supervisor for Staples. Nobody goes, I remember Zeke when he was assistant dairy manager. I don't get those type of remembers. That's why I know that I'm in the wrong crowds at some point. I don't get those remembers when I wasn't destroying the community. So basically, all my accolades came from attempting to destroy my community, destroying my people when I was a womanizer and everything else that's crazy. All that cheating on baby mothers and all that being disrespectful and having no respect. All the accolades in the world. Yo, how about Zeke? Zeke been working the same job for. Only my man Chop recognizes that. Zeke, as long as I knew you had a job. Everybody else was like, oh, Zeke is crazy. That Chop and Digger. I ain't gonna fund Zeke. As long as I knew you. That's why I don't gotta get a job. Because every time I every time I bring your name up to Zeke, it's about, yo, Zeke always worked. You know what I'm saying? Old Puerto Rican. Exactly. And I played a part to destroying my roots. But that's what I get my accolades for. When I tell a war story, I'm telling a war story all on the strength of saying how I destroyed my community. What have I done to build my community up? That's the question. What have I done to build my community? Somebody one day was arguing with me and said, what did you do for blood? Well, I jumped a couple of Crips and I may have gassed up a couple of situations with the Crips, and it's black on black crime. I mean, the New York blood thing ain't about really getting no money when I was around. It was really around, it's just about banging. Nobody really was trying to get to the bag as a unit. It wasn't organized. This is on record. But even when they called themselves investigating, they said, nah, they're not organized. Well, no, what I do, what we do it, we all backbiting. We deal with gossip and who's food and who ain't food, no constructive conversations. So it's so what did I do for it was nothing. But I did get when I had a job. I got a couple of people some jobs, and I went to work every day, and I was able to get away from gang and take care of my daughter for a long period of time, and that became a win because now she's in college. That's what life is, man. It's not about being perfect. That's the whole thing. People attempt to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not going to argue about me being perfect. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to do. I don't care. Think the way you want to think. Move the way you want to move. I don't know you. Can't file you on my taxes. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I'm going to say, man. Because you have to understand, right? The mind, not like what Ulysses did, because you do have a lot of hood boogers out here. You really do. You got a lot of females that's pure hood boogers. They don't get it yet. You try to clean them up and they still dirty. They don't know how to get it right. Those are the females that got 6 baby fathers or 3 baby fathers, and all they do is every generation new drug, they pop it, and they're all with confusion. There's never no peace. It's always, I got a story about him. I know about him. I know about him. And even when they try to progress in life, they're still the same people that they are that create negative energy because they don't know nothing beyond negative energy. And those are the people that you stay away from. Those are the ones you go, you're a devil raising devils. And that's why you see that baby mothers, where your son at? Oh, he up north. Where your other son at? He in DFY. Where your other son at? Oh, man, he got smoked. That's why you hear those stories. Because devils raising devils. What they think is right ain't right. They get to the point where I'm so old, I'm going to start messing with these young boys. That's gang. I go to work every day, but I'm still the same person. So you can't listen to that logic. You can't. That's all mental health. We attach ourselves to it knowing that it's not right. I don't even listen to that logic. I heard something crazy. My man hit me up the other day. It was saying some chicks was arguing online. Definitely. Exactly. Definitely salute to the wrinkled shirt though. Love, get the wrinkled shirt. That's right. I'm full for that. Why 401k? See, you a plank for that, son. I like what he said. Hold up, you had a job for like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you definitely a dub, bro. You know what I mean? Hell, I'm a fool for that. That's not gangster. That's food. You ain't supposed to enjoy life. I'm gonna keep the wrinkled shirts though. But you ain't supposed to enjoy life. Yeah, son. That's the mind of exactly. He's being honest. What he just said right there, that's the whole honesty right there. What, you got a job? You a plate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the reality, man. So that's the devil's advocate. So now what you have to do is stay away from that negative energy. I don't feed this in negative energy. I don't do all that. Oh man, I see where this is going. You still haven't grew up mentally. Can't clean up. You can try to clean up all you want, but you can't disguise yourself. I know you. I know the mental health issues. I know what you're going to create. If I sit down and entertain a conversation with you, you're going to tell me about everybody else that's doing the right thing in the worst and negative manner that you can. Even if you're going to say something crazy about them because you see that they're doing better, you're not happy because people with mental health issues, everybody's mental health is different. Some people are just not happy with what other people are doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like I told you, my man hit me up the other day and was like, yo, you see this? And I'm like, when you get your life together, you're supposed to detach yourself from anything. You're moving forward. I'm not arguing with nobody over some shit that happened 13 years ago. 47 years old. Yo, definitely check out Man Dude from the Block, the real Man Dude from the Block. Definitely check him out, man. Salute. I appreciate that, Van Gloria. Salute, man. And I salute all those that came to my live. See, I had coffee today. I didn't have no luscious. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing the dance. A lot of people came out today. I appreciate it, man. You know. Yeah, and that's what it is. You just said right there. Mental health issues is real. Grow up as an embarrassment because you are labeled crazy. That's the truth. When you was a special ed, people labeled you crazy. You wasn't crazy because you was a special ed. There's a lot of people that was a special ed because they was just hyperactive. Exactly. We gotta live, bro. Exactly. We gotta live. Exactly. Everybody, especially when don't have mental health, like some dudes is hyperactive. Some dudes have bilingual issues before they really have bilingual classes. Some dudes, have, they had lead problems, and what they do is so nobody wants to be labeled that because as kids, who want to walk out the special ed class? You got teased on by a whole school half the time. Oh, he's a special ed. He's a special ed. So that's why a lot of us don't like to see psychiatrists because our mental abuse when we was in school, being abused by other people that found it funny for kids that had special mental needs. And that's why a lot of us resulted to a lot of violence, a lot of crime, trying to prove that we're not crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Van Gloria said, exactly. Old Puerto Rican said, I'm tired at 52, enjoying smoke every day, enjoying the company of women, and do what I want. That's gangster. Van Glorious, exactly. Dudes get mad at you when you decide to live and not survive. See, I got tired of surviving. Zeke decided to live and not exist. We got to live. Do you know how dope it felt when I went to the place and had insurance? Threw it on the table. And they like, oh, you good? You got great insurance. Come back. You know how good it felt that I'm making sure that I'm good? And I'm working 9 to 5? Actually, 2 9 to 5s. There's days that y'all see me and I do these lives, I go home, I knock out, boom, I be tired. Sometimes I do these lives, you know what I'm saying? I do it for the people, man. And that's why I said this can be one of the good lives I get to, listen to. And I wasn't all over the place, and I started to stay, in a good place. Yeah, I was a special ed too, Ulysses. And I went through it too, bro. because I was a little hyperactive. So my mom put me in special ed. She didn't know that my real mental issues came from me being, a little bit abused when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Not abused, but some sexual, some craziness. You know what I'm saying? And that led to me peeing in the bed a lot. So they didn't understand what's wrong with this kid, because you couldn't tell your parents back then you got violated. I used to pee in the bed and all type of dumb shit. So she said, you know what? You will get some mental health help. And she put me in those type of classes, bro. And it was like, I think it would have went better if it wasn't about me going to school and her getting a letter from face to face. So if it wasn't about just making sure I went to school to get a letter from face to face, I believe I really could have got some mental health. But I didn't get the mental health. So I always felt like I couldn't tell my family certain things because nobody wanted to hear it. Because drug addiction, when you live around it, it's a lot of yelling, screaming, a lot of domestic violence, it's a lot of other things going on that distract you from going, Mom, you won't believe what just happened. Hell yeah. So I've been there before, bro. And that's, I can tell you this, man. And that's why I would tell people, man, before you do anything, get personal mental health. Take a time out to see a psychiatrist. I seen a psychiatrist. I had to see one. I seen one. I had to see a psych. You think I had to go see the Catholic. That's what I did when I was in jail. When I was in Cape Vincent, right? I pulled it off too. I started playing like I had shit going on in my head, right? So they had me seeing the priest every week. And I would go once a week and go see the Catholic priest and just be talking to them. He's like, but he was the ear for me. That was my psychiatrist. I seen him like 6 times. And after I got all that out, I was like, "Oof, I'm good money." Weight is off my shoulder, man. Yes, sir, TJ Hooker definitely did, man. Definitely did, man. If you have time, party people, that's serious, man. I can't tell you you have mental health issues and I don't. I know I had some. I still got them. When I speak about it more, it's just getting out my body. It's getting out my body. I know I'm not perfect. I definitely know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not the best who ever done it. The one thing I definitely know is that you gotta go to the professionals to really, because you gotta talk to somebody that's an unbiased ear. You know what I'm saying? Tell your kids, man. I know somebody who actually told their parent, "Yo, I want to see a psychiatrist." That's real. Like, what? That's where we need the kids at. The ones that's going through something and need somebody to talk to about anything. We need them to go. There's nothing wrong. Now, I'm not from Lincoln. I'm from Washington Projects. And that's why you have to go to a psychiatrist, because when you do talk to somebody else, as soon as they get mad, they blow you out the water. Now they got the social network stuff. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm Mike 007. I'm from Wash. Hell yeah, kid, we tips from the boat. Peace. No doubt. Van Glorious, know what I'm saying? Can't wing tips. But I tell you one thing though, they got the Olympians are coming back. They got the Olympians 4 coming back. Remember them Olympians? I know dudes that was getting fresh off Olympians. Before dudes had pro kids. Now before dudes was buying Bo Jacksons, the real bows, the original bows, a lot of dudes was had the Olympians. They got the Olympian specials coming back. The white and gray joints. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the Olympians. They coming back, baby. You get them on 106th Street. They gonna open up 103rd, right? Tom McCann's got the Olympians on deck right now. Them white and silver joints. A lot of dudes fool you. They didn't have Delta forces. A lot of dudes wasn't wearing Deltas. A lot of dudes wasn't wearing the Maxes and the Uptowns and the Timbs. A lot of dudes had Olympians. Oh, I give my cash app. Here it is right here. A lot of dudes had Olympians, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yo, you know what's funny, man? You talk about mental health issues, right? Bro can't tell you down. Mommy go shopping for you. Like, if mommy got some money and she decided to go buy sneakers for you, it's always something that you definitely didn't want. And I tell you something, man. If you don't specifically go with her, she will come back with a nice pair of Olympians. You know what I'm saying? She will come up with a fresh pair of Olympians. Here, take this. Now, you know bad enough you in special ed. You know you can't go to school with the Olympians on. Because they can't wait to get on you. Even the Puerto Ricans that can't talk English got they Latin. That's what you said. What? Huh? They even got they Latinos. They got their little Latin on you. Oh, look, Basuda. You like, look at Basuda. That sounds like a commercial from the Omega show. No, shout out to my man, no, Todd Bless. Basuda. You like, what's Basuda? Garbage. You know what I'm saying? This is what they did to us, man. You gotta wear the joints, man. That's why we couldn't wait to get to summer youth jobs. Some of us had to wait to summer youth. A lot of packs. Yeah, yo, I put the cash app in there. You heard? The Lakeisha McDonald's. A lot of packs that was done was because we got tired of mommy. Tell you, it sound like the Omega commercial. Basuda. You be like, yo, what he just said? Don't worry about it, Zeke. It's all right. They laughing. Basuda. They be like, yo, look at this, bro, because it was amazing. Hell yeah, you know, you wasn't having it. Yo, you said Olympian niggas, see, they all see mental health, all that played a part to, I have to do my own shopping. I know who Hootie is, because Hootie went to school about my way. You know what I'm saying? I know who Hootie is, you know what I'm saying? I remember Papa from 100th Street. Which Papa from 100th Street? I remember him. You know what I'm saying? He was cool with my man JJ, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. That summer youth check was a win. Yeah, I remember Papa from 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? It was Papino Gold 115. Let me shout out to my man D Murder. My man D from Tav 115th. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Definitely all the visual FTWs and all that. Yeah. I know who Papa was. He's from 100th Street between first and second. Because he's cool with my man JJ. That's how I met him. I met him through JJ. Because JJ, rest in peace, JJ Slade, those are his friends. And I was hanging out with them one day because of, actually a couple of times because those are his friends. Like him, Coco, and all of them. They be over there. They be talking about the early 90s though. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, JJ Slade from around the way. You heard? You heard? That's when they used to throw a lot of block parties on 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? But, well, that's some of you joined to save the day. I was like, oh, yes. Because then I got to take my own money and go to 116th Street, you know, by parking Lex and go shopping crazy. It was a shopping for, yo, you don't know what it's like for daddy. You know, my pops, when he came around, I had to tell him one thing. We had to have a man-to-man conversation, not about education, not about going to Disneyland. Listen, Dad, listen. You giving mommy the money to do all this shopping for me is not working out. You either have to come with me if you don't trust me with the money, or don't give her the money because she gets what she think is fashionable. She don't know how to shop. This is 87. I want a pair of something called, they had Worthies, the New Balance Worthies joints. I want them joints. And she's talking about, yo, I seen a special on 106th Street in a discount store. I love my mother, man. I love her to death, man. She had me one time on 106th Street and said, yo, go pick out a pair of sneakers. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure this out. Hell yeah. Bleeds, Pumas, exact British Walkers, the Tigre shirts. That's what dudes was doing. Those summer youth checks came in handy. Now you see how young boys, how we are taking so much pride in how we work summer youth jobs. I'm telling you, we all been there, baby. Listen. Because when mommy went shopping, she bought what she liked. Mommy didn't buy Lee's. She bought no-name jeans from the discount store. 86, 87 was pivotal. You see the words he's using, pivotal years, man. You was like, oh no. You want to buy a pair of Timbs, and Mama Love was trying to get you some duck boots, some green boots with the yellow thing on bottom that freeze your foot up. You like, this gotta get strategic right now. I gotta get an after school job. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened, dudes. Let me tell you something. I ran to get working papers in my school one day. I couldn't wait to get my working papers. This is not a lie. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I couldn't wait because the first day of school is really the first 2 weeks of school. So what you did was you took your summer youth checks, you put like 2-3 weeks worth of clothes. That's when you went to Delancey Street, you went to the La Maqueta, you went everywhere, bro. And if you was a little tough, you went to downtown Brooklyn by the Albert Square Mall, but bad enough you had to fight Brooklyn cats off cashing your check in Brooklyn. You had to go Canal Street. You was able to make moves because you never spent your summer youth checks really. So all you did was stash your money. So at the end of the summer, $700 in 1986, 87 was $1 million. You bought some, I bought the Timberland Mocs and all that. I thought I was P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? See, y'all know the spots. 3rd Ave. The 3rd Ave shopping joint was crazy downtown Bronx. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Take the Q2 to the Coliseum Queens. You all know some of you jobs because at some point we started to realize, mommy can't keep going shopping. You know what I'm saying? Yep, spot bills, night dunks, even Converse was popping. That's a fact. I remember the spot bill joints. My man's had the green and white ones. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wiggs. My man Wiggs was like the flyest guy on the planet back then. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never learned lines of 11. He's telling you. Because if we didn't do that, if we didn't work, and we depended on mommy doing something, hell yeah. Because I remember, for some stupid reason, when I had to cash my summer youth check, I had to go to downtown Brooklyn where that McDonald's is at. There was a check cashing spot there. Brooklyn dudes is always on their Brooklyn shit, looking around Larry. So you gotta act like a Brooklyn nigga. So one thing about Brooklyn niggas I realized, you act like Brooklyn niggas, you're not really being targeted. You start looking around all crazy and you start going, yeah, he one of us. You know what I'm saying? But they mull around, yeah, about 4th Street on the nose. I had to pick my check up over there. That's a fact. But by the time I had to cash my check over there. Right by where that McDonald's is at. That's a fact. Mike 07, it's a fact, man. They started booking for your change. Come on, bro, I need this 200. I already had the first day of school lined up. Because I know that mommy couldn't go with me shopping with that money. I knew that. After summer youth, my man got me a job at the flower shop. So I was able to stay fresh all winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, working papers work came in handy. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm telling you, when I said Olympians, you see dudes, yep. Yep, you know what it's at, but I never see them BK. You hit on the nose lines over lemon. You have to pull up. Hold on 1 second. I have to give you 10 more minutes to give this wifey some love. What? I said the tokens, woof. As soon as you got your check, you went out of there, you walked around all quick, hopped on that train. I ain't gonna front. Once you knew the train got on the Manhattan side, I'm good money, man. Now those in Brooklyn, it didn't feel right. Waiting on an Atlantic train station and all that, it just didn't feel right, bro. That was the token never, boy. That was the token never, man. Because I remember when I worked summer youth, I worked for Union Settlement on 105th, right? Union Settlement. And I used to have to deliver papers to city offices. So I think they used to give me mad tokens. I used to hop the train. I'm a fool, man. I remember I used to hop the train. I remember when I used to hop the train to I would take the tokens, go to Smashies, the train station on 103rd Street. I'd buy a Smashy sandwich. I wasn't even eating pork. That's when I used to eat. I didn't eat pork like that, but I ate them salami joints was banging. Smashy hooked me up with the joint. Hell yeah, yo. 125th Street was crazy. Any rap show. Definitely one of the best shows where dudes showed out was the Juice Crew All Stars. When Marley Marlon performed at the Apollo, it looked like the Grammys out there. The Hustlers was out. Definitely when Gangstar performed, but the Juice Crew All Star won in 88, 89, it was crazy out there. Big cars was out there, big coats, everything, every bow. Even Brooklyn Cats was there. I'm pretty sure a couple of dudes got their chains yet, but the fashion was so crazy that nobody really spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Definitely shout out to the Apollo Theater, man. Mark 25 across the street, you know, Dapper Dan was down the block. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Oh, nah, I heard about them, but nah, I really, you know who knows more about that? Like, them older guys, like Corey King and them, they know more about the Death Before Dishonor. Yeah, that concert thing was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That thing was crazy. Oh yeah. I think Luke lost his mind, man. Luke turned the game out when Luke performed. Remember, he had, I think, strippers. Every type of craziness was happening on stage. And when Luke performed the Madison Square Garden, they tried to lock him up. You know what I'm saying? Luke was losing his mind. My cousin, this is a true story about my other cousin, used to dance with Rob Bass when Rob Bass had It Takes Two. He went on tours to tell me the stories, all the flicks. He went on 2 tours with Rob Bass. When Rob Bass had the single, and then when Rob Bass had the album out. I ain't gonna front, my cousin got a chance to see the world. And he got to perform with like Heavy D, rest in peace, MC Hammer, everybody, you know, Fresh Prince, because he was a dancer. And he danced, and he used to tell me the stories, man. But he said Uncle Luke was leading the pack. Uncle Luke had the most X-rated hip-hop show in the world. At that point in time, they had to censor him. He had to go to court for this one. You know what I'm saying? Am I right, man? Luke was losing his mind. Hell yeah. And that's what we was. I remember when they had these Reeboks that was dope, bro. You hear me? Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, exactly. Luke was losing his mind. You were seeing a full-fledged show. Uncle Luke was off the chain. The government had to step in. We had to hit him with something. We got to stop this. And I think Luke won, though. That's the funny part about it. Definitely shout out to Mike, man. Shout out to Mike with the $5 donation. Get up. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Now you see how us older guys, we talking about something and we all getting hyped and we having a great conversation and it's all dope because we all remember a piece of that that affected us one way or another. All did. See, one thing about poverty is everybody wasn't rich. So we all knew when I mentioned Olympians, watch where this go. Wait a minute. Whoa, I remember that. I told, because mommy had asked you, yo, what kind of sneakers you want? Oh, I want them new Adidas. And then you told mommy that, and then mommy come back with something called Olympians or something with no name and throw them on the floor. Oh, I caught a sale. I got 3 for $10. Back then, you ain't never lied. It was like, yo, Luke did something nobody else ever did. His shows is off the hook. And mind you, he was the hottest rap group. Well, definitely. Shout out to Khalid Alim for the $3 donation, man. Salute. Hell yeah, Reebok pre-seasons. Y'all know, man. Shopping at Newberry, man. Exactly. We all got a story, man. We all got a story. I'm going to tell you something. That's why we couldn't wait. Yo, the Apollo Theater was crazy. Dudes used to go. 125th Street had its own little flow back then. You had the seafood spot, Seafood Haven. You had the Jamaicans that was on Madison, I believe. That was Madison, right? Madison. Remember that? The sneaker stores all over the place. Remember Dr. J's? We used to get the spot built, the original truckers. It was crazy, man. Yo, you brought back the actions, bro. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. This had to been 1982, bro. I remember my mom's got me a tight sweatsuit. I love my mom's though. She bought me a tight sweatsuit. Remember the sweatsuits with no pockets? Master was the Jamaicans. Yes, that was Shin in them. Back in the day, Jamaican Shin. Salute to you, bro. Yo, Tony Mike. Yep, you know. I thought it was Madison because, of course, the street was Seafood Haven. My brother, you probably know my brother Sidgy. Sidgy used to be over there. My brother named Sidge. He passed away. He used to be over there. Actually, Shin, if he's still free, that's my niece's godfather, Jasmine. That was Big Shin used to be over there. Those Jamaicans was over there heavy, bro. My brother used to be over there every day. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Sidgy. He used to work in Seafood Haven. Alexander Mays Department Store. Facts. Everybody Kim mixtape. Yo, Tony Mike. Oh, you from 132 across from Lincoln, no doubt. Yeah, Chief B. Well, we had all that. Yo, Chief B. But most dudes just call you by your name, you know what I'm saying? Or we call people dickheads, but that's if you do that, he's a dick. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? That was most of the time when people would say, like when I was out, he's a dick. You know what I'm saying? The Spanish guys had to hear maricon or hear cabrón, but nobody really threw the cabrón thing in the air because it was always considered to be a negative word to say to somebody. So they always watch what they said. Alexander's on 3rd. One of my pops brought me there before, bro. He used to bring me there shopping sometime. I know he used to come through. He took me there a couple of times. Dr. J's is closed on 4th and Wow. They had the one on 125th. Used to love Dr. J's on 125th. Oh, yeah. Don't let Grandma take it back to the roots. Yo, Van, she get the such and such. She get you the such and such. Grandma didn't have a heart. Grandma didn't have a heart, bro. So I had the tight sweatsuits with the actions. The actions was those funny sneakers with the funny design. They was designed like those Nike canvas joint. Do I know anybody from Lincoln? I was locked up with a guy named Boogs one time. But my man Goldfinger, he used to get money over there. You know what I'm saying? Julio Goatees. You know what I'm saying? It was popping. My man used to get money over there. Goldfinger. You know, Irvin, all of them. I don't know if they from Lincoln, but they used to be over there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Tell you, man, my mom, I had the tight sweats on. I was looking like, oh, man. Yeah, Boogs, yeah. I was locked up with him in the early 90s, though. You know what I'm saying? Before he caught all that time. You all was in the Sprungs together. Yep, I remember that. The cousins, remember that was that West Side thing. Cousins, yo, what up, cuz? What up, cuzzo? No, that. Yeah, they was doing that cuzzo thing. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, but at one point, me and a couple of my friends got stuck in the house thing. We used to throw the shoes and the house shoes on and all that. Because, you know, I'm from Spanish Harlem. We get away with that. Because the house party you're going to in Tango Towers, it was purely freestyle house music and 4 hip-hop songs. You know what I'm saying? That be shouts for my man DJ Demo, Ted Smooth, and all of them. You know what I'm saying? DJ Dollar Bill, you know, K-Slay, Ted Smooth, Double R, Debo the Pro, you know what I'm saying? There's only one left. Is he dressed in the hell? Yeah. He's into all that house with the Girl Eye, House Shoe, Jungle Brothers, and all that stuff. He was into that. We started falling back after they started voguing. The voguing thing just went left. Like, I'm not doing the voguing thing. That voguing thing looks a little more different. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? You just said that? One thing about see, you had 2 different types of Puerto Ricans, like Dominicans. But the Dominicans is always different. But the Puerto Ricans, you had, you know, the ones we all cool. Then you had the Puerto Rican. Like he said, look like Shabby Do. With a big DA. With a screwdriver like this long. One thing about the Puerto Ricans, man, when they come to artillery, these are the first people that shows you can do damage without a gun. They buy 007s. You want to go fight somebody, they pulling out something crazy, a big knife. Like, yo, son, it ain't that serious, man. A screwdriver, ice picks. brass knuckles. Like, yo, where you find brass knuckles at? Yo, bro, I can break somebody's jaw with this. Like 13. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? It's insane. Hell yeah. Because see, with a screwdriver, you can stab somebody, plus you can break into cars and all that. Yo, let me tell you something. Hang out with a bunch of Puerto Ricans and some Dominicans one time. They put me onto the car, some allegedly a car game. They had barbarians. They were throwing rich in cars. Bust the car window, open the door, take car radios and dig it for everything. I said, yo, ain't this creative? I remember they was doing that. Like, yo, son, like these guys, when they come to these cars, they know how to get in. The screwdriver joint. You know what I'm saying? Hammers and mallets, exactly. You know, us. I'm going to say, you know what's so funny about us? When we do it, we get caught. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? As soon as we try, we struggling with the door. They got enough time to call 911. We still struggling. You know what I'm saying? It never worked out for us. I'm telling you, man. Yo, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for being on the checker this morning, man. It made my day, man. It's the truth, man. My man, tell you, man. They have ninja stars and everything. Yo, we got ninja stars now. We got darts, see? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? That's the window, exactly. That's like, yeah. Hell yeah. You used to be like, you know what I'm saying? You used to have to hit the window. I'm like, yo, dig. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, they start pop. Yo, I'm telling you something, man. You right, a screwdriver do a lot in 5 minutes. Yo, you ever see NASCAR? Did you ever see NASCAR? NASCAR, the fastest I ever seen something happen with a car one time. The NASCAR got nothing on 6 Puerto Ricans that know how to play with cars. You be right in your crib, bro, thinking you chilling. 2-3 hours in, tires is missing, car radio missing, all type of copper missing. By the time you come outside, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, them Puerto Ricans go, they time themselves. We got 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Click, click, click. You know what I'm saying? You know, Zeke Jamer was popping. I'm bad. It's the truth. I love my Puerto Ricans, man. I love them. I see they greased my pops one time, man. That's why I know. They did it in like 5 minutes, bro. You hear me? 4 good Puerto Ricans, they in there. They get busy. Kicking clean. My pops was in the crib drinking. Back then, he was drinking Smirnoff. He drinking Smirnoff. He's talking with his hands. He got the city job. While he talking with his hands, they clean. He came back outside. Yo, he came back outside and fell out. He said, yo. Yeah. We have the moon chucks, you know, as flat screwdrivers to get into the older society. This is crazy. Shout out to all the Boricuas. They mastered that game. You know what I'm saying? That game was, they put up on the block and play with them if you want. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? They will get in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Puerto Ricans, man. I seen a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we seen this growing up, bro. We seen this, man. Like I told you, like old Dusty Puerto Rican said, we had chokers. Do you know 3 chokers that get you a sandwich from Smashies, because the sandwich from Smashies back then was $1. Definitely. They get money. I tell you, they get money. They wasn't just bigger than cars for their help. They was selling that copper and all that stuff. Then they got to the point where they started catching deals with those people at the chop shops, and it was a wrap. Bring me the whole car. I bet. You know what I'm saying? But they got the whole car deals. It was, I bet. I can sell a car for. The inner shit I see, everything I ever seen was I seen somebody sell somebody a car that didn't even belong to them. Like, yo, see with that car right there? Yo, give me 5,000, I got you. We're gonna do something weird to it. Come see me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Well, definitely shout out to my Puerto Ricans, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said, man. We gotta have good spirited conversations where we're not having complexes and bugging out. You know what I'm saying? We're not being all crazy and bugging out complex. We all got the same stress. We all got the same story. Look, we all got the same experience one way or another. The only difference between me and you guys is Puerto Ricans really don't jump other Puerto Ricans as much as Puerto Ricans jump everybody else. But the Puerto Ricans, what I like about the Puerto Ricans is a lot of Puerto Ricans like to shoot the fair one. The Dominicans is a different type of animal. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now with the Dominicans, they get a little chasey. And one thing about the Dominicans is that they think that they're back in Santo Domingo. So they attack games, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, remember the chaps about, yeah, oh yeah. Once they start saying bring the whole car is a rap. Dominicans have you, I ain't gonna front, man. Some of my friends, it's a sledge in the winter. Lying down the hill of the Bronx River. Shout out to Bronx River, man. I'm telling you, man. We all got city stories, man. Our trampolines was dirty beds, doing backflips, going home with wigworms. Most people in my generation had lice or wigworms, bro. Because we be doing backflips on dirty beds that been pissed on 80 times. Those were our trampolines in the early 80s. We didn't have Jack Lane in the hood. We had to create this on our own. Dirty bed doing flips. When go home, we got a rash on your neck. You know what I'm saying? You got a type of, you know what I'm saying? We create our own playgrounds, our personal sleds and all that. Facts. Yo, so definitely, man, I definitely appreciate everybody that pulled up this morning, man. Lice and work one with scabies. That's a fact. We all had that, man. Lice, yo, I got that. Wigworms and all types. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, if they know, but see, a lot of us won't mention this because we have this false pride. But shall we talk about it? Like, damn, so I remember lice. We didn't get lice because we was really too dirty. We was lice because we was jumping on dirty beds. Doing backflips, wigworms, putting dirt in our head, playing with dirt. We play with dirt all day, putting our hands in our head all day. I ain't gonna front, there was nothing penicillin to do. You know what I'm saying? Penicillin was saving the day for everything. You know what I'm saying? Mama love her, find some penicillin. So I guess a lot of us was messing with the opiates in the 80s, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, you know, grandma had us, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing penicillin can fix. Or that powder, that calamine lotion, all that crazy shit. All that shit was saving the day. You know what I'm saying? We done been there. We done been there, baby. We all been there, baby. You know what I'm saying? Word. My leg is still messed up. I seen the picture of my man Manny in crutches. I said, damn, that's when I seen Manny. Manny on the crutch or the weird limp. So Manny leg is messed up. I don't know how I got messed up again, but shout out to my man Mankind, my man E-Dub, the Quiet Mob, Lexington Projects, you know, East Harlem. Shout out to my man Ski the B from the West, you what? Yeah, a lot of my friends had asthma. That's a fact. I'm gonna tell you, man, my man Christopher, I used to call him Christopher. I make a Christopher. He used to get mad. He couldn't call me Christopher. Because your grandmother call you Christopher. I make a Christopher. Christopher. He used to get mad. Oh, he's gonna hit you. Hit me on the head. Shout out to my, y'all probably know Chris too. He from Jeff. But he's really from Tab. But he moved to Jeff. We got a brother named Anthony. He got another brother named Raymond that's old. We call them Hawkeyes. They be like on 115th. But shout out to my man Christopher. Not Christian. Shout out to Christian too though. So, don't say shout out to Rock City, yo, you know, the whole Jeff Mob, my man Puerto Rican heck with the green eye heck, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man. Yeah, so all my friends had asthma. All my Puerto Rican friends had asthma. And a lot of my black friends had short attention spans, lead poisoning. It's crazy. The hood, if you found somebody who didn't have nothing, you was lucky. Wigworms, you know what I'm saying? Lead poisoning, the asthma. I see more asthma pumps than regular pumps. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? It was crazy, man. And I remember I was playing football one time, right? And I was running. And you know, Taft, they had trees in the back, you know, on Park Ave. And I was running, and I turned around, and yo, I ran right into the tree, bro. That hurt me. And I said, Chris, man, I'm gonna get you for this, man. Christopher. I was on the phone like, Christopher. He's like, yeah. I think he kicked me, but yo, it's like, yo, son, why would you do that? Why would you let me run into the tree? You know what I'm saying? Lots of stitches, man. Now I got hit in the head with a brick. I remember I hit in the head with a brick. That was retarded, man. I was playing this stupid game. I get bust over that brick. Had all type of stitches. I was like, oh Lord. Tell you, man, we been through it, man. You like just to make it to 10, you don't know what dudes went through. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wigworms, lice, scabies. You know what I'm saying? Before you sleep, exactly. Yo, they throwing darts. Sometimes I got poked with darts. Like, how do you turn humans to the head? Boom, yo, what's up, man? Dudes is throwing darts at you like it's crazy, man. Hell yeah, 35 stitches. It's crazy. No, you know what? I did it for all the wrong reasons, man. I let them young boys. I let some niggas gas. Like basically, like, yo, Zeke, man, you know it's our time, and you know what I'm saying. You could be an influence with the situation by you jumping in this situation. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do that to try to mentor you, or put you in the right direction. And all I did was fall right into all the negativity. You know what I'm saying? So I did it for all the wrong reasons because it was for all the wrong reasons at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good came out of it. You know what I'm saying? That was just a part of my life that I'm lucky I didn't get 30 years for. You know what I'm saying? But 007, I don't know, man. Yeah, I did it for all the wrong reasons. They threw it in the air, yo, Zeke, you're gonna influence to this, we wanna put you in a situation, and boom, and it's just a good look for us, and you know, about somebody like, you know, and I jumped on it like, yeah, long like his status. And it did nothing for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? All I did was when I signed that, when I agreed and signed up for the cause, I didn't really realize that I was actually signing up for black on black crime. That my own people, man. I didn't have people with the Puerto Ricans. I lived in Spanish Harlem. It was like I took an oath and we shot 4 Puerto Ricans on the corner. So it was like I felt my people, man. I felt my people, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say I did it because of the Spanish. We lived from Spanish Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Being honest with you, man. I just think being real keeps it funky all the way. What's more impressive? What's more oppressive? Being in jail, being oppressed, or being in the streets, and you know you feel like you can't eat on your own block. You know what I'm saying? I never had those conditions, but just imagine that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's because this is how we restore the feelings, by just being honest. Just being honest, man. This is how we restore the feelings. Like, damn, he's being real about it. All I did was I didn't even realize that I was signing up for something at a point in time that didn't have a revolution. And as soon as I jumped right into it, was a bean. I was on my blood and crip, and black on black. So I like, you know what? And I like to apologize to those that I may have, you know, inspired to jump you a couple of times, or even disrespected you, or tore some gang signs up. Because I have to apologize to you, because all I did was help the young boys that watched us as I went to jive riding and join gang. Was on the same type of time. Little Jigga, no. I want to be blood. I want to be blood and crip. And with the blood and crips, free Jigga blood and all of Jigga blood, and I got 100 years in the state for some drug stuff. I know I felt Jigga. I know we all felt Jigga. Jigga, you know, Jigga might have had a chance. I mean, had some of us would have been more positive, but we were so much in the street that influence of the street kept him in the streets, man. And you know, he got 100 years in the state. Y'all probably know little Jigga blood. You know what I'm saying? Free Jigga blood, you hear me? Hell yeah. So you know, just dealing with the facts, man. That was the game, man. You know? I'm telling you, man. But it's funny how the game conversations is aggressive and crazy, and I'm having a normal conversation with multiple people, and we could talk normal. That's crazy. But that's not crazy. That's reality. That's reality. Let me tell you something. Do you know how I felt when I bought my first pair of Delta Force? I had the ill Diddy bop. I felt fly. When I bought my first pair of New Balance, and I had my first pair of Lottos, it felt good, man. And I was doing it with my own money. You know what I'm saying? Just got caught up, you know what I'm saying? And we all get caught up. And as I said, so once we begin to do a personal inventory, Keep them out of trouble, man. Right. Oh, shout out to my man, Sonny, my man, Sprinkle Sparkle. They at the La Marquette on 115th Street. It's a bakery. Tell them Z Black sent you. 115th Street and Park Avenue. They ain't gonna give you a discount. They just tell them I sent you. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? They might give you one. Oh, when they know Z sent you, boom, bet. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, man. You know, let's start being resourceful to each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not in New York City, but I know they got a place called the Fortune Society. I'm not in New York City, but I know that they have BOCES somewhere. I'm not in New York City, but I'm pretty sure you can find out about Vested. You know, for a lot of you guys that may not know. You know what I'm saying? There's other programs that's going around and start knocking on the door. Start knocking on your local politician's door. Go to their office, your job placement. These offices are in the hood, bro. Walk up in there and start making your demands. You walk past some of them offices. There's a politician in the office off of Gun Hill Road in the Bronx that dudes walk past every day. He a congressman, I think. Knock on the glass, show us up. I need to talk to him. I need a job, man. What's job placement? Who can you send me to? Let's start being with people that's more resourceful to us and have conversation with the resource. Hell yeah. It's better to be your own man in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's why I salute Mikey B, man. That's why I salute Mikey B. You know what I'm saying? Because Mikey B gave gang up and living his life, man. Hell yeah. Oh, CNN this reported DMX passed away. If he did, man, rest in peace to that, man. Yep. Yep. It's okay being honest. So once we begin to be honest with ourselves, that's the true beginnings. Like, I ain't gonna front, but boom, that's real. Love you, DMX. That really happened. You know what I'm saying, man? Rest in peace to the dog, man. Rest in peace to the dog, man. You know, the hard fight is over, man. The fight is over, man. You know what I'm saying? No, you know. Hold on a second. I don't see nothing yet. So I don't know. I don't see nothing yet, man, but I just know that, you know, the fight is over, man. He's fought a long fight. If he did pass, he fought a long fight for the last 20, 30 years, man. And now he's in a better place. And now he's in a better place, man. DMX is in a better place, man. And we all learn from this, though. The dog still taught us something, man. He taught us something, man. He brought the people together. People come together. And now we're speaking about drug addiction now. Now we're speaking about the responsibilities of helping each other. Don't wait till somebody hurt themselves. Let's stop waiting till somebody kick somebody in the head before they realize that the person has mental health issues or addiction issues. And that's what he has done. He's waking us up, man. Woken a lot of people up, man. Salute the X, man. Rest in peace, dog. You did your job on earth, man. And now you're able to save 100 more lives by people realizing. Wake up to your personal addiction. Rest in peace to the dog, man. Let's give the dog a moment of silence, you know what I'm saying? Definitely salute, man. Soccer's a worldwide thing. You don't know that. Soccer's worldwide. Salute to that. Soccer's a worldwide thing, man. That football, that soccer's worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Everybody play it, man. So definitely salute to you. Have a good time and enjoy, brother. Salute, salute, salute. With that being said, man, I gotta go. I think I was on here for like 2, 3 hours. W salute to Shaquille. Great conversation, good guy. He wrote the comment in my jump off. I think he's supposed to do an interview with somebody, which I think would be great because I get to hear Shaquille's voice. It'd be a great thing. You know, support that. Support King Loke. Support that. You know, support all those that's, you know, that's positive, good energy. And you know, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to all those that can have a normal conversation. You know what I mean? Shout out, you know, say salute to all those that donated. And like I said, man, we on a different type of time, man. With that being said, man, definitely support my man John Doe, Hilltop Music Group. Follow him on IG, Veli MMB on IG. Miami Moon, shout out to Miami Moon. Shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. Shout out to our brother KR with the AR. You know, he in Terre Haute, the Terre Haute federal correction facility. You know what I'm saying? West Side St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna let's appreciate life, man. Let's appreciate that we realize that we make decisions, and sometimes we learn from this. It's okay to learn from a learning experience, and from a learning experience you win. With that being said, man, have a blessed day for all those that are celebrating Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and with that being said, man, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all though, you know what I mean? Appreciate life, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. I think exactly. That's what all this is about, man. Restoring the feelings, like Jay-Z said, we're just restoring the feelings. Rest in peace, X. If it's, you know, if it is. With that being said, love, you heard?